Welcome to Prescott and Cummings Stadium as the Prescott Curly Wolves get ready to face the Smackover Buckaroos. Prescott comes in the game 5-0. Smackover hasn't lost a game. We're a little unsure how they're scoring one game this year that was a forfeit. We just don't know exactly how it's being scored, but they are undefeated as well. Both teams 2-0 in the conference. Ralph, this is the game of the week. Number 2 against number 4 in Class 3A.
Well, Jim, just looking at the stats, Prescott's scoring 47 points a game. Smackover has 50 points a game. On defense, Prescott's only giving up 10. Smackover's only giving up 14. On paper, this should be one of the closest matched teams, a couple of the teams in the whole state, if you really look at it.
And it's going to be, is it going to be the defense that wins, or is it going to be the offense that comes up big? This is going to be one of those battles. It depends on probably special teams, mistakes, penalties, turnovers. You just don't know what's going to happen in those areas.
Well, and the ramifications of this game, who's going to win, end up probably number 1 in the district, which if they do that, whoever wins this is probably going to go on and have a number 1 seed and be sitting where they've got home advantage in the playoffs for about 3 or 4 weeks.
That's right.
Which is really big difference.
Exactly, because you definitely don't want to have to travel if you don't have to. You want to be able to be at home. You want to be able to play your games right here. You get plenty of rest, and you're just in your familiar surroundings. You've got your fans all around you. It just makes it a whole lot smoother if you get to play those playoff games at home.
Jim, when you leave South Arkansas, you're talking about a 3 and 4 and sometimes 5-hour trips if you're going to Northeast or Northwest, and that's just hard on the players mentally and physically to get prepared mentally to do that.
Exactly right. Plus, you got to look at it tonight. Both of these teams, in every one of their games, have scored them more than 40 points. Like you said, they like to put points on the board. Their offenses are explosive. It's going to be a key. Can Prescott's passing game put a hurt on Smackover's defense? I think one of the weakest points, from what I've read, has been the Smackover secondary. I'm sure that's where Prescott's going to try to attack. But now, you never know what happens when you get on the football field. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it seems like some of the stuff we read looks like Smackover is more of a running team, and they kind of an afterthought throw the pass, where Prescott is going to mix both of them up and in there, and it's going to make a big difference because there's some kind of indications that Smackover's secondary may be a little weaker than some of the teams we played. So it may, come down, like you said, it's going to come down to who makes mistakes, who does the mental stuff the best.
That's right. We talked about it a few weeks ago when we were at Falk talking about the tradition that schools have. Prescott has that tradition. Well, Smackover's another team that has tradition. They're one of those schools that the past 7 years they've won at least 7 games in each of those 7 years. So they expect to win ball games just like we expect to win the ball games.
Well, Jim, this one's going to start out a little bit different. I don't remember the last time Prescott received in the first half.
That's right.
They usually deferred to the second half, and apparently they might not have got to flip. And Smackover wanted to kick off and see what Prescott can do to start with. So it's going to be a little different mindset because Prescott usually likes to start on defense to set the tone for the game.
We don't have a complete roster for Smackover, so I do apologize for not having some of the names for Smackover. We know that number 35 is going to kick it away. And back deep for Prescott will be Thompson and Franklin.
Yes, Smackover will come out. The roster we've got is only showing 22 people on the roster, but I think there's like 30-something, so we're going to miss several of those names apparently.
Well, it's going to be a short kick just over the front line there. It goes out of bounds. So Prescott will get the ball on the 35-yard line to start it on their first possession.
Well, it looked like they're taking a playbook out of some of the other teams that we've played, Jim. They're not going to kick to our folks deep. Looks like they're going to kick it, try to make them try to get something else going after that kick is made.
Prescott Curly Wolves will have the ball to start the game. Ryan Johnson will be in the quarterback set with Thompson and also Nolan in the backfield. Twin receivers to the left. And there's a flag on the play.
Offside.
Looks like they're pointing towards Smackover, just waiting to see what the call is going to be. Looks like there may be someone that lined up offside.
Offside against the Buckaroos.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Nose guard was getting a little antsy. He was leaning out over that center.
Bring up a first down and 5. Cox in motion. Johnson gives the ball to Thompson. And not a lot of room up the middle. Maybe a yard gain. Number 71, Gathright on the tackle.
Gathwright's listed at 195 in the program, but he sure looks a lot bigger than that.
Second down.
Slut number 60 also was assisting on the tackle. Again, I don't have a name for number 60. Second down and 4. Johnson will keep it. He's going to come around the right side. He cuts it back inside. He has the first down and will be tackled about the 47-yard line of the Buckaroos.
And he picked up enough for a curly wolf. First down.
About 11-yard gain.
They kind of took a little advantage of Smackover's quickness. They got pretty good quickness on that defensive line.
That's right.
And they sucked them inside. They actually got on the outside, and there was nobody there.
First and 10, Curly Wolves. Johnson gives the ball to Thompson. He gets around the right edge, cuts it back. Oh, and it probably should have been a horse collar tackle on that play.
On the carry.
Yeah, boy, it sure looked like a horse collar there. He jerked him, and his feet came off the ground, gained about 4 yards on him.
Bring up a second down and 6. Prescott quickly to the line of scrimmage. We talked about the numbers only showing 22 on the roster. We know that there's more out there, but they want to be quick tonight and keep them on their keep them on their heels tonight. Johnson's going to keep again over the right side. Decent block there by Franklin. Got away from him just a little bit. I don't know if he's made the first down or not. He's close.
But it looks like he's going to be at about just a little bit, about a half yard short.
See where they mark it.
Taking advantage.
First down.
Taking advantage. Okay, he did.
And he picked up enough for a curly wolf. First down.
6-yard gain gives Prescott a first down now on the 37-yard line.
Taking advantage of Smackover on that one. They're all packing inside. They only had one man on the outside. Had him blocked, and it closed pretty quick after that.
Johnson gives the ball to Thompson. Looking for room, right side again. He will get down to about the 30. Ralph, we talked about expecting Prescott to attack the secondary. Well, they're attacking the line of scrimmage.
They saw something on film apparently, Jim, because they're working hard on that right side. Like I say, Smackover's pushing it inside, and basically they got one defender out there, and if you can get a block on him, it's going to break.
Second down and 4. Johnson gives again to Thompson. Right side again. This time, not quite the running room.
Thompson on the carry.
They ran that one about 3 times straight, Jim, and they finally sniffed that one out. They were able to stop that one. Still a little short game, but it's going to be about third and about a long 3 or 4.
Need to get down to about the 27-yard line for the first down. Alex George now in the game at tailback. Johnson keeps right side. He has plenty of room. He's going to cut it right out of bounds at about the 16-yard line, I believe.
And he picked up enough for a curly wolf. First down.
It's a gain of 15 yards.
Jim, they kind of fooled them a little bit that time. They put Alex George in there, who is the leading rusher for Prescott, averaging 10.2 yards. Faked it to him up the middle, and everybody smothered to him, and Johnson went around that right side for a good gain.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed at the very beginning of the season. One of the things that I had seen is that Johnson wasn't running the ball very much, but they're using him tonight. And maybe that was part of their scheme, was to let these teams see that he doesn't carry the ball very much, and then pulling it out tonight, they're using that.
Well, just through 5 games, we got Darius Thompson sitting there with 337 yards over for all the games, and Alex George got 357. So when you look at that, those 2 big runners there, they've got to respect that, because they're averaging 6 and 7 and 8 yards a game. They've got to respect that. They all fell in on George, and Johnson had the right side for a long run.
Have a timeout here, so Smackover calls their first timeout of the half. We want to thank our sponsors, Cofields, Nevada County Bank of Delight, and the Nevada County Courthouse. Johnson gives the ball to George. Again, looking over that right side. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard.
They did a really good job knocking him up. That was Javon Monaco on that one. Not a very big fella, but he made a good hit.
2nd down and 9. Johnson's going to keep it again right side. He steps inside, but then back outside. He's got daylight, and he'll score. Touchdown, Prescott.
He carries it in for a Curly Wolf touchdown.
Well, Jim, he carried that right off the right tackle. Looked like it was stopped, and all of a sudden he started high stepping, moving out. It was amazing how many long steps he could get in just to get that, 25 yards on that. He was long strides.
Rabadon on to attempt the extra point.
Ramadan will try the point after. Rucker will hold.
Snap a little high. Rabadon's kick. It is good. 9:35 to go in the first quarter. Prescott leads 7-0. Prescott had 9 running plays on that drive.
Which is pretty unusual for Prescott. They usually mix that pass and run in there pretty good. They may be setting Smack up over for something a little down the road, because they're running it real well. And they found something on the right side, because everything they've run has been to the right side. All 9 plays have gone to the right. So there's something there that they found on film or something. I'm not sure what they saw.
As you can see on the football field, the numbers are painted pink as we honor Breast Cancer Month of October. We honor all those that have been cancer survivors, and we pray for all those that are still going through cancer treatment.
That looks like deep, Jim. We got number 23, which is Javon Monica, and number 6. I'm sorry, is Greg Turner, and then we got brother Monica, is also the 3rd one back deep.
Number 4 is Crockett, and that's a name you're probably going to hear us say quite a bit tonight. His brother plays for the University of Missouri, so he's definitely got some good genes there if there's that much of success in the family. George squib kick, bounces high. It's going to be taken there by number 6 at about the 20-yard line. He's got room over the right side. He's looking for it to come back into the middle. Still running, and he will be, I believe, knocked out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
It looked like they had him bottled up, Jim, and he just kept rumbling. The blocker picked up there, and the block picked up on the way. Pretty good run back for a kick that looked like it shouldn't have been run back very far. He made a good run.
36-yard kickoff return. Buckaroos have their first offensive possession of the first half. Boone gives the ball to, looks like number 6, that's Turner.
Turner on the carry.
It's
going to be a gain of about 5.
And that was Turner. Turner, that's the one that was on the kickoff return. Just a little handoff on the right-hand side, just a little trap.
2nd down and 5. Ball is at the 39-yard line. Boone again gives the ball to Turner. He's got room around the right side, and he's still driving his legs down to about the 30-yard line.
Pick up about 10 yards. First down.
They're going to mark it the gain of 9 yards. 1st and 10 Buckaroos on the 30.
Well, Jim, the way this is starting out, this may be like a track meet. It may say who gets down to the mile relay and who wins this one.
And so far, all runs by both teams. Boone gives the ball to Turner. There's Rucker to meet him in the backfield. You know, that's one thing about him, though. You're going to have to wrap him up. You can't just think you got him. You're going to have to make sure he gets to the ground.
First one in there on that play was Trey Rucker, and he is one of the leading tacklers on the team.
2nd down.
Yeah, Trey has 39. I said he's almost, he is the leader. He's got 39 tackles. He's pretty small, but he's quick, and he's got a nose for the football. Seems to get in there very well.
And not afraid of anything.
Not afraid of a pine knot. He's not going to back off from anything. And I say he's playing as a linebacker, so he's got back there where he's got good vision. And like I say, he just got a good eye for the ball.
That's right. Second down and 12. Boone drops back to pass. Looks for Monica on the side. Good tackle there by Gully.
Very good tackle. He swung it out there in that left flat. Waiting for him in that flat.
Let's see.
Lost a couple. He's got about third and 13, somewhere about 12, 13.
Yeah, about 13 and a half. We're going to call it at least minus 1 yard anyway. So we've had our first pass of the game tonight. Bring up a third down, about 13 and a half. They need to get to the 20-yard line. Definitely expecting a passing situation here. At twin receivers to each side. Boone will drop back to pass. Looking over the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Oh, two people dropped that one.
2 chances.
Woo.
That one looked good. That one looked like the size of a beach ball,
Yes.
the way that one floated in there. Johnson had a chance on it, and number 32, Thompson, had a chance to follow up with it. Don't tip drill, and neither one of them could come up with it. But it does bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
And you'd think as good as Ryan Johnson is at basketball and going up and getting rebounds, he'd be able just to pop that ball. But
Like I said, I think it looked like the size of a beach ball, and his eyes got nearly that big too.
Definitely 4th down territory for the Buckaroos.
Looks like they're going for it.
Big defensive play here for the Curly Wolves. Boone again drops back to pass, looking for a little screen. The screen wasn't there. He's going to throw it all the way across the field to Monica. He's got it and then falls. A loss of about 6 or 7 yards.
And they called it incomplete, said it hit the ground.
Okay.
Hit the ground, or his feet were out of bounds. He was right on the edge. So he's probably stepping out of bounds when he did catch it. Either way, it's 1st and 10. Prescott Curly was great defensive stand.
Prescott will have their second possession now. Ball's going to be marked on Prescott's only 33-yard line.
And that's what the Curly Wolves need to do. Like I say, they usually start off on defense, but they didn't. They started on offense, set the tone by scoring, and come back and stop the Buckaroos. That's the biggest thing, is stop those things. One play at a time, stop
That's
them.
right. Johnson, he's going to keep again. Right side, he's got a lot of room. Gets it in the middle of the field. Another 1st down.
Wow, look, guys, looking out there, you see the guys blocking Gully number 8 and number 10, Glass, both of them out there with a lead block and gave him extra room, just kind of opened it up for him.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st and 10 Curly Wolves at the 47-yard line of their Prescott. Johnson's going to keep it again. Right side, he's got room. He catches it back inside and then jumps out of bounds. Another 1st down.
Wow.
Another 13 yards.
That was another one of those. It was 3 men had a shot at him right at the line of scrimmage. He did a little high step and stepped between them. Picked up a 1st down. I'm not sure how he's getting through there.
Got such long legs. You know, if he can make a cut, he looks like spaghetti running.
Well, they're running a run pass option on Smackover, and they're not handing it off inside there. He's pulling it, and they're diving down for that run inside.
George on the carry, cuts it inside.
My big man George is going to run over somebody.
Still on his feet, cuts back inside. It looks like a touchdown. Touchdown, Curly Wolves. 40-yard touchdown run.
Jim, all I can say is wow.
You know,
he's a 210-pound running back. You look at him and think, he can't be that quick. I mean, he looked like a 185-pound wide receiver making cuts, and a burst of speed left one of Smackover's fastest player and just cut and left him.
That's right. He gets that contact, and he's not going down on just a little body block of some kind. Ramadan with the extra point. It is good. We've got 6:17 to go in the first quarter, and Prescott leads 14-0.
Jim, I told my grandson a while ago, he plays out in Texas. I told him, I said, you need to watch number 35 and see. He seeks out contact and will run over you. Mm-hmm. I said, that's what makes a good offensive player.
That's right.
He's not going to back off from being a hit. He's going to run over him. And he did there on a couple of players. And when he broke free, he was gone.
That's right. And that's one of the things about Alex George. He hits that contact, and then he kind of just bounces off and keeps going. You have runners like Van Hook from a few years ago. As soon as he had contact, he would spin, and he would spin off of that. He would use that as momentum, and it would just like bumping off in a little old pinball machine.
Yeah, I mean, everything I've seen this year, George doesn't spin. He doesn't get knocked back. He's going to knock somebody the other direction. And is the kickoff man, too. So
that's right.
Very diverse.
Alex George will kick off for Prescott.
.6:17 to go here in the first quarter. Prescott's leading 14-0. We thank our sponsors, Coalfields, Bank of Delight, and the Nevada County Courthouse.
You know, if we can keep up this momentum, Smackover may wonder what they got into, because
that's right.
You know, they're used to scoring 50 points a game.
Going to be an onside kick. Number 35 will recover it, so we're going to give Smackover another short field.
And as we said earlier, we may get into this mental game when they get to questioning and what's going on, because like I say, so far Prescott has really done what they wanted to do, and it's been all running.
That's right.
No need to pass yet.
Well, another thing to think about is you look at it. You know, maybe this is a tactic also. You keep Smackover on the sideline with their offense too. By running the football, you keep that clock running. But hopefully they'll have less possessions. Boone gives the ball to Turner up the middle. He's going to gain about maybe a yard.
Greg Turner on the carry.
And there's my man Rucker in there, the first one in there. Got to hope that leg.
2 yards.
And had folks come in and help him, but he was first to make contact.
2 yards. 2nd and 8.
Well, I'm gonna say it's 1 yard because they backed it up. So we're gonna go with 2nd down and 9. Have Monica to the left, Crockett and Monica to the right. Boone looking to pass out quick. Oh, and the receiver fell down and the pass was short.
He was. It looked like he was trying to get that receiver to come back inside, and he just lost his feet on the outside, and the quarterback was kind of caught in between. As he started to throw it, that receiver went down. It was kind of like, oh, whoa, I want that back. But
I said that was Crockett out there. That was King. Split out wide right. I'm sure some of these Monicas are akin to Jonathan Monica, who used to play basketball for the Razorbacks, who was also from Smackover. Boone drops back to pass again. He's got a receiver open, and he doesn't come up with an incomplete pass again. 4th down.
Had pretty good time in that pocket, and it just went right through the receiver's hands. He couldn't hold it.
Looks like Smackover will line up to punt. They definitely don't want to give Prescott good field position, so they're going to try to pin them deep. Prescott's not going to send anyone back deep, it doesn't look like. They're going to play it conservative here. Number 8, Cook, will punt it away. Want to make sure there's no trickery on this particular punt situation. High snap. Cook gets it down, he gets it away. It's going to be a short punt. It's probably going to get a pretty decent roll. Out of bounds about the 16-yard line.
Pretty good kick. Prescott didn't put anybody back. I guess they don't want to take any chance of fumbling the ball or messing up the kick. So they will start out. Looks about the 16-yard line, somewhere in there on their 3rd possession. Looks like Prescott has run all their plays. They have not had a pass play. I was talking about how evenly their offense has been, Jim. They got 1,155 rushing and 993 passing.
That's right.
So, I mean, that's just a pretty good. That's somewhere 60-40.
Well, this could be a big play right here, because if they continue running the ball around the right side, it's the wide side of the field. This could be a big play right here if nobody's there to tackle.
Lots of room over there. You get a seal on that defensive
gives
end.
the ball to Thompson.
And they do get
good block.
Seal on the
Thompson cuts up field. Oh, and they're going to call a holding.
Pick up a holding right there.
That's where Thompson's kind of strung that one out. If he could have cut back a little quicker, he might could have got upfield.
Well, I was watching my grandson play the other day, and the coach kept hollering, cut in. He didn't understand what he was saying. Instead of trying to string it out to the out of bounds, needs to cut back to the inside because everything's flowing to the outside. It's back. That cutback is wide open, and that's what that one looked like. You had 2 blockers out here, 2 defensive men, and that cut back to the inside, right about where the cornerback usually stays, was wide open.
Holding against Prescott.
Holding is a call. It looks like the holding call was on about the 25-yard line, so Prescott will come up with a first down now and 11. Should mark it about the 15-yard line.
10-yard penalty.
First penalty of the night for the Curly Wolves. Johnson will keep it around the right side, cuts it back inside, and we'll get about 4 yards.
Johnson on the carry.
As we talked about, Jim, we've not seen Johnson run
Picked up
that
3
much
yards.
as he's done this so far in this game.
7.
Like I say, it's got to be something that they picked up in that scouting with Smackover, the way they're playing it. There's got to be an opening there that they found.
Johnson looks to pass, and he's got Cox there. Just a little bit out of bounds, I think.
He was there. I think he got.
Nope.
Oh man! Look,
Yeah, his foot was just a little bit out of bounds.
Incomplete, out of
Johnson
bounds.
had thrown that one just a little bit more to the inside. That one would have gone for a touchdown because he was behind him.
3rd down.
First big offensive play of the game right now. You got a 3rd down and about 7. Prescott needs to get to really the 27-yard line to have the first down. 26 and a half gets it, but to be sure, let's get to the 27.
Been running that run pass option. We'll see if he hands it off this time. But Johnson's been run pass option and
Johnson, quick pass, number 6 got it. Oh, and he dropped the ball.
Smackover.
And I
picked it
believe
up.
Smackover recovered it. There is a flag on the play. Let's wait to see what the flag is.
Johnson pass is
Not sure.
complete.
He dropped the flag and then picked it up and stuck it back in his pants. So I'm not sure what that was. He said.
That was number 6, Haney. They picked up the flag.
The referee picked up the flag, stuck it in his rear pants, and waved his hands in front of him and said, "I didn't mean to." I think he was reaching for a beanbag. It'd be my guess, Jim. But there's one of those big breaks we were looking at that we didn't need.
Would have been a first down, but there he was, a fumble on the play. Smackover recovers.
I guess he fumbled. First down, Buckaroos.
All right,
Smackover again starts in great field position on the Curly Wolf 31-yard line.
we'll see how the Prescott Curly Wolves defense responds to this because it's a pretty good challenge sitting at the 31-yard line.
Ball given off to, I didn't see the number that time. That's going to be Crockett. Big gain there by Crockett. The first time he's really carried the ball tonight, but he had a big gain there for a first down.
On the carry.
Prescott outside folks got sucked in, and there was no one out there
He
for
picked
a
up the
ways.
first down.
Down to the 12-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of about 19 yards. 1st and 10, Buckaroos on the 12.
We don't have Crockett on our list, but he can't be over 75 pounds. He's not very big, but he is really quick.
Ball given off to Turner. He cuts it inside. He's got room. He'll get in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckaroos.
For a touchdown.
Jim, they had that one blocked really well. They had it blocked going to the right, and he cut back, as we were talking about earlier, he cut back against the grain, and there was nobody on that left side.
Well, that's what we talked about in the pregame, is that turnovers will be a factor tonight. It's already showed itself. You can't turn the ball over on the 31-yard line. You can't continue to give a good football team short field to work with. Sooner or later, they're going to make you pay for it.
Well, they've scored 50 points per game. It's not, they hadn't done it by being sloppy and not
That's right.
playing really well and have good athletes.
Extra point is good. We've 3:28 to go here in the first quarter. Prescott's leading 14-7.
And that was a quick score. They come from 31, run 2 plays, and scored. Really, really good. All right, we're talking about the mental now. We're going to see what Prescott does because Smackover coming back 14 down. They come back and scored. Let's see what the Prescott offense, see what they come out and see how they respond. Because like we talked about, there's so much mental in this game the turnovers is going to be a big thing. But to me, I think it's going to be more mental than it is anything else.
That's right.
Making 0 mistakes, as few mistakes as they can get.
Number 35 will get ready to kick it away for the Buckaroos. Thompson and Franklin back deep to receive. Kind of got a second line right behind our first line, just in case they do another one of those short kicks. Looks like Prescott's going to be ready for it. Short kick. This time it'll be picked up by Thompson. He's looking for some room up the middle. He cuts it inside. We'll get to about the 37, 38-yard line.
Did a really good job. He took it on that left side instead of trying to run all the way across the field like a lot of times we do. He got to the middle field. He cut up and got good positive yards.
Prescott will start at the 36-yard line now, the Buckaroos.
Following the 36-yard line.
So for the first time tonight on the last possession, Prescott was stopped. But they were stopped by themselves with the turnover. Johnson in the backfield with George and Nolan. Johnson gives the ball to George. He cuts it inside. He cuts it back to the left. And he's still not down yet.
Boy, they're slow blowing that whistle.
Yes.
Piled up.
George on the carry.
Piled up there in the middle. They're trying to snatch that ball. It looks like they're a little slow blowing that whistle. Seems like the forward momentum has stopped.
Second down and 7. Cox will be split to the right, Glass to the left. Johnson waits for the call from Coach Glass on the sideline, and they're going to have to call a timeout. Play clock almost ran out. Prescott calls their first timeout of the night. We've got 2:27 here to go in the first quarter, and Prescott's leading 14-7. Ralph, we've got what we thought we were going to have, and that's just a great man-on-man football game. Prescott with the turnover, which was extremely costly. Other than that, Prescott's really had the better hand tonight. But right here, the last possession, Smackover came up big and got the turnover.
Well, Prescott's doing a little something right now that they're not normally doing, Jim. We normally don't run that play clock down.
Right.
We're usually getting in there and getting the snaps in, getting them pretty quick until we try to start running some clock. Usually Prescott is trying to run it quick to get that defense to get them a little jumpy and get ahead on them. Not doing that. This first couple of series they did. That one looked like they weren't sure about what they was going to do.
Yeah, I think that going fast really kind of kept Smackover from getting themselves set. They just didn't recover from the previous play, and it was going again and going again.
Well, the very first play out of the box when Prescott had the ball, Smackover wanted to flip their defensive line. They only did that once because Prescott's running it too quick. They can't get them. If they're trying to do that, they're going to be bunched up right there at the middle, and there's not going to be where they're supposed to be. So little adjustments have been made both directions. Johnson
Gives the ball to Thompson. He's coming around the right end. He's got some blockers. But again, he ran that wide and didn't cut back up where he could. He had a little seam if he would have cut back in a little sooner.
Well, Smackover's doing exactly what you tell defense to do. String that thing out. And
You're right.
They're stringing it out to the sideline. And he's going to have to take that as a cue and cut back inside, because you're not going to string that. They are stringing it all the way to the sideline. Just several players in a row stringing it. He's going to have to cut back.
3rd down and 6. Johnson dropping back to pass. He's going for Cox, and it's way overthrown. But there is no flag, but he was being held.
Wow.
He was held coming out of his break.
Not only holding, he was kind of sandwiched between two Smackover players, and then when he did break out, it was too late.
That's one of those, when you start getting held like that, you just need to do a flop, because a lot of times you can get the call, because he was being held. I hate not seeing Johnson carry the ball around that end. We're getting 6 and 7, 13 yards a carry when he's running the ball around that right end.
First two plays, first two series, that's what we did, and we just quit, so I'm not sure.
Johnson punts it away. Nice punt.
Wow.
Ball is taken on the 15-yard line. Rutgers there, along with Connor Tinsley and Colton Johnson, dropped at the 19.
We had six. Curly was there. Had Jace Crane was one of them in there. We had six players.
Return.
You know, that was Crockett. He was trying to use his speed, but he was boxed in. There was no place to go, and he just kind of spun and finally went down.
1st and 10 for the Buckaroos on their own 19. This is the worst field position Smackover's had all night. They have been in the 40-plus field position all night long.
Like I say, the one series Crockett was in, he touched the ball and scored, and he's not even in this time.
Boone gives the ball to Turner. He is going to, oh, ball's loose. I think Prescott may have got on it. Yeah, Connor Tinsley.
Well, again, Rucker was the first one there. He didn't stop him, but he slowed him down and made him change directions till help got there, and just somebody popped that ball loose. Prescott Curly Woods recovered it just outside the 20-yard line. There's our break, Jim.
Here it is.
We're even.
This can even things back up.
We're back to even money now.
That's right.
And it's kind of like Gus Malzahn when you do have a turnover like that. It's when you go for the juggler.
That's right.
Try to make that big play because they're kind of.
Johnson gets George set. Johnson's going to keep. This time he's got room. He's going to cut it around the end, and he's going to step out of bounds at about the 8, I believe. Again, that's a 12 yards.
And I think our outside receivers have learned their lesson on that hole a while ago. They made that initial contact, and when Johnson started getting there, they threw their hands up and got away. That's what we were talking about. Johnson was running that ball in the last series. They got away from it and came right back to it there.
Run it till they stop it. Johnson gives the ball to George. He's hit in the backfield, and he's hit by 2 Buckaroos, and he'll be dropped at about the 12. Nice job. I think that was number 11, King, who made the first contact.
Well, Jim, you can obviously tell the Buckaroos have been taught the first one make the contact. Everybody else get there and try to get the ball and pull it loose.
Right.
There was 2 guys trying to pull that ball loose.
Loss of 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and goal from the 12. Johnson gives the ball to George over the left side. Saw a helmet come off.
George on the carry.
There was a helmet come off, number 71.
And that's Gathright, one of their better defensive linemen.
And Jim, I got to say, that's the first 2 times I've seen George just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Did never get that momentum going forward, and they stopped him.
3rd down and goal. Ball is marked on the 12-yard line. Johnson's going to keep it around this right side. He's going to cut it inside. Looking for the end zone. Got down about the 3.
Got down to about the 4-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards. 4th down and 4 from the 4-yard line.
We've always called Coach Glass a little bit of a gunslinger. We'll see what happens here. 4th and 4, up 1 touchdown.
Well, Ralph, I know I'm not on the coaching staff and I'm not on the sideline, but if anybody but number 9 gets the ball right here, I don't think it's the right call.
Well, and the flip side of that is I don't think the 3 points are going to do any good the way they score.
That's right.
3 points is not going to win this game or lose it, I don't think. Might be
4th down and goal. Ball is marked on the 4-yard line. Thompson is going to keep it. It's going to be given to Cameron Cox. He throws the ball and it's knocked away at the last minute.
Jim, that one was wide open, but as we talked about earlier, Johnson is a basketball player. You've got to throw that one up in the air and say, go get it.
I agree, but I'm not so sure I want to call a trick play on the 4-yard line when you're getting 12 and 13 yards with Johnson, keeping the football.
I agree with you, but it was there. They just missed it.
Now the defense has got to kind of come up and stand up. you can't allow a long drive here by the Buckaroos. So defense has got to come up big here.
96 yards away. They got to step up.
Ball is given to Turner. Again, Rucker gets up from the bottom of the pile along with Johnson.
He gained about a yard and a half.
About a 3-yard gain. That's going to end the first quarter. Prescott's leading 14-7. Maybe I was a little bit critical there, but you think about how successful that run has been for Johnson around this right side. I really expected them to come right back with it again.
I'm just glad I didn't have to make that call. But I agree with you. That's one of those that you look and say, okay, George, or any one of those big running backs, if we can't get those 3 yards, we're probably in trouble, Jim. Line up and just blow it.
And it's easy for us. We can be critical up, but we can be that way up here because we're not having to make that call on the sideline.
I am a certified armchair quarterback. Just happen to be sitting in the box tonight with no call.
Our coaching staff does a great job. It's just one of those things. You see certain things from this perspective, and you look at it and think, that's what we would do.
Well, and hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Oh yes. But again, the defense right now has got the tough task. It's 2nd down and 8. You've got Smackover backed up on about the 6-yard line. You got to have a stop here. You'd like to see another turnover, but you've got to have a defensive stop.
Unless they put Crockett back in there, we're going to get a pretty good dose of number 6 Turner.
That's right.
Because he is a hoss. He's a big runner, got good speed, and we're going to get a big dose of him. Get sucked in, and they're going to try to throw the ball. But right now, okay, just as I say that, they slip our Crockett back in there. Number 4 is in the backfield with the quarterback, Jim.
Boone going to give the ball to Crockett. I didn't see exactly where he landed.
71 gets to lose his helmet again.
Yeah, Gathright lost his helmet again. He needs to tighten that chin strap just a little bit more.
And he's a pretty big stud out there. I don't think they want him off the field. He's playing both ways, playing that tackle on both sides.
Got another 2-yard gain. It's a 3rd down and a long 6. They need to get to the 14-yard line.
3rd down.
Need to make up a big stop right here, Jim.
Right.
This is one of those, I won't say game determiners, but it's really this is going to be a point in the game that folks are going to remember.
Got to make sure you stay disciplined right here and don't let anything get behind you. And be careless.
Prescott called a timeout.
No, Smackover. Yep. It was a timeout, but it was Smackover.
Okay, well, they were pointing the wrong direction. They pointed toward Prescott. I guess they were pointing toward the Smackover coach.
Timeout, Buckaroos.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
But I saw that referee on the far side pointing back toward Prescott's side. I guess he was pointing toward that Smackover coach. Not sure what that was.
Got 11:06 to go in the first half. Prescott's leading 14-7. We want to thank our sponsors, Cofields, Bank of Delight, and Nevada County Courthouse. Bands playing to our right side. Cheerleaders are cheering the Curly Wolves on. Coaching staff is making sure on defense they're getting everybody connected to what might happen here. They're going to try to predict what they expect to happen. But you got to make sure you don't let anybody get behind you on a pass.
Well, Jim, we've only had 2 or 3 passes. You think, boy, this clock ought to really be running off quick. It's running pretty slow.
Yes,
we're
it
sitting
is.
here with 11:06 in the second quarter, and it seems like it ought to be at least halfway or nearly to halftime.
Boone's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for Crockett. He's got him over the middle. Oh, excuse me, that was Turner. Incomplete.
Pick up that number, Jim. I've got to get this man's number.
That was Turner, the intended receiver.
I'm looking at Riley Robbins. No, that's not Riley Robbins. That's number 67, Justin Wilson. He's what caused that pass.
That's good.
He was right in that quarterback's face, and if it'd been a pro team, he'd have probably got a penalty because he hit him and knocked him and laid on him. He did a really good job of getting in his face, and he's a big boy, so it was hard to see over him.
4th down. Prescott will put back Nolan and Cox this time. Now, that first punt snap was high. This is an opportunity here for Prescott to get good field position. The first punt was not very deep. Good snap this time. Cook will get it away.
Good high punt.
It's going to drop it about the 40.
Get it to 40.
It's going to roll.
Smackover roll and then a Prescott roll.
The 47-yard line of the Buckaroos.
Great job, Tim.
Yep.
Could not score down the 4-yard line. Held them defensive stand that we were talking about. That's what they had to do.
That's right.
Take over. Get the ball inside their own end of the field, 47 yards away. Now they're going to have to take advantage of it. As we said earlier, they may need to go back to what brought them here, because Johnson has been running it most of the night.
Right.
And it hasn't been stopped very many times. So let's see what they come out with now.
Alex George will be in the backfield with Johnson. Twin receivers to the right, Haney to the left. Johnson gives the ball to George up the middle. Oh, and he was just tripped up by Monica.
Well, Jim, it's pretty easy night to call Prescott's formation in offense, because they come in the exact same set every time they've set the ball down to snap. So it kind of makes Smackover kind of wonder what's going on, because they're running the same formation, no change.
2nd down and 9. Johnson gives the ball to George up the middle. Might have gained a couple of yards.
Smackover was doing a really good job of bottling up George before he can get any momentum going. Because like I said earlier, he's hard to stop. But if you can get him within the first 2 or 3 yards, he doesn't have that momentum to blow through.
3rd down and 7. Johnson will drop back to pass. He's going to step up. He's going to run it. He's going to have a 1st down, and he fumbled.
Ball's loose. Smackover ball. Nope.
I think Glass might have got on it.
Number 10 got back on it, I think.
Boy, that was close.
Wow.
That again, Johnson carries that ball so loose sometimes.
Well, I'm telling you, Jim, Smackover has been taught, go for that ball.
That's right.
Johnson on the keeper.
Somebody get them held up and
he picks up
go for the ball.
another
And that's exactly what's happening. Prescott's going to have to put 2 hands on that ball and hold it, because Smackover has been trained. Go
right.
get that ball, because they know what's going on. They've got to have turnovers to stop Prescott.
1st and 10, Curly Wolves. Ball is on the 36-yard line of the Buckaroos. Johnson again looks to pass. He's got Cox. He's got Gully wide open, and he just didn't come up with it. Oh, it was there.
Wow. Wide open.
In and out of the hands of
Nobody within 10 yards of him, and he was wide open to the end zone.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
That's one of those you wish you could just put a little touch on that ball and lay it up there. But it was a great pass. Hit him right in the hands, and he just could not bring it in.
We've only had a chance really to call Cameron Cox's name once tonight. He hasn't really been a target for any passes other than the one time he was held. 2nd down, 10. George in the backfield, along with Johnson. Johnson rolls out to the left. He's going to run it, and Gathrott's going to take him down for a gain of about a yard.
Johnson's helmet come off. He's going to have to come out for a play.
And that changes things on a 3rd down situation.
About 2 yards. 3rd down.
Gain about 3 yards on the play.
That Gathright kid from Smackover is a hoss.
Yes, he
He's
is.
a big boy covering lots of ground, but he's got his knees on his elbows on his knees.
Yes,
and
he's
playing
tired.
both ways. I think he's like Eddie Jackson used to say, give me a bunch of average ball players and I'll whip your all-star.
That's right.
I think you're looking at Gathright as an all-star.
Oh, yes.
From what we've seen so far, but he is winded.
Nolan will now be in at quarterback along with George. 3rd down and 7. Nolan's going to keep it up the middle. He makes a couple of people miss. He's still on his feet.
Wow.
And is down to about the 22-yard line.
Jim, I'm not sure how he got out of that. It looked like they were going to take him down short and ended up getting the 1st down. That's just another one of those cases. You keep your feet moving.
That's right.
He had 2 hands on the ball. He knew what was coming. And he picked up the first down. Great play, great run.
Down to the 22-yard line.
And they're going to leave him in at quarterback.
Gain of 12 yards on the play. 1st and 10, Curly Wolves. Nolan gives the ball to George. Up the middle. He's going to gain him maybe 4 or 5.
He gained about 8.
See where they marked him.
He just kept rolling.
I didn't see where he actually hit the ground.
Yeah, they marked him up around the 15-yard line.
Yep.
So.
Down to the 14, that would be a gain of 6 yards. Okay.
We don't mind that clock running.
Nolan is going to keep it up the middle. Gain of maybe 2.
He's going to be real close to the first down, but he is going to be just a little short.
Johnson will come back in.
Picked up 2 yards.
Third and about 1.
But again, the success is with the quarterback. We've seen it happen. No matter who's doing it, the quarterback's the one that's having the most success. Johnson will keep it. Gets around that right side. He's got daylight. He's going for the corner. Touchdown, Curly Wolves.
Touchdown.
There we go.
He just keeps rambling. He just kept bobbing in and out, and keeping. They didn't string that one out like they normally have.
Well, I think they've been taught, like you said, their scheme or their plan for tonight was stop the running back.
Yeah.
And Johnson's pulling it out, which he has not done this year, and he's having success at it.
I mean, you can look at our running backs and see how many yards they've got and go, that's the folks who run the ball.
Right.
That's your bread and butter.
Rabadon with the extra point. I believe it got over. Yep. No good. I thought it might have got over, but with 8:06 to go here in the first half, Prescott leads 20-7.
I think they just didn't get that hole down.
That was a good drive, though. Prescott Curly Wolves on a 53-yard touchdown drive there after having the ball a couple times in Smackover territory. But some mistakes, turnover on downs, there's a fumble. You got to eliminate those things. And, you know, tonight is going to be a game, I think, of special teams, turnovers, the penalties, the mental mistakes. Those can be big keys.
Well, like I said, Jim, Prescott's MO for the first 5 games has been tailback. Had one with 337, one with 357. And Ryan Johnson only had 129s all year long.
Right.
Running. So I think they've changed it up, and everybody's expecting those tailbacks, as Prescott always has. Tailbacks are going to carry the load.
He's probably got over 100 yards tonight so far.
At least.
Rucker will try the onside kick, and it does not go 10 yards. Again, gives Smackover great field position.
Well, Jim, I don't know what to say. That's one of those things. Coach Glass tried to outthink him and just didn't get it down that past 10 yards on the kick. And Prescott generally, not so much this year as they did last year, we're going to come out with at least 1 or 2 onside kicks, and that one just didn't go the distance.
I can understand doing that when you got maybe a 3 or 4 touchdown lead. But when a 20-7 ball game, and you're going to give them the ball on your end of the field. I mean, all night long, we've been giving them great field position.
Well, you give up 35 yards on that one, Jim.
That's right.
Where you block them down there at the 25 to 30-yard line. You give up 25 to 30 yards.
Modiga is going to be back at quarter. Oh, and Colton Johnson read it and made a big tackle. Ball is loose. They're calling him down. Called him down.
And that was Colton Johnson on that tackle that busted that thing loose, but he was down.
Modica was trying to do something a little different as the in at quarterback that time. Colton Johnson read it, made a big tackle for a loss.
Loss on the play of about 12 yards.
As we said earlier, sometimes you outthink yourself.
That's right.
You're something that's successful, you run it, and they come out and try to do something different, and it just didn't work. Weren't prepared.
2nd down, 19. Boone's going to keep it this time up the middle. He's got some room, and good tackle that time by Connor Tinsley.
Bring it out back.
Gain
about
9 yards.
About 3rd and 11, looks like.
3rd down.
Again, the defense is going to have to come up with a big stop here. This is basically a passing situation. And they have tried to run and set up a few screens earlier tonight, Ralph. They hadn't had a chance to really get one completed, but that's what they have tried to set up a couple other times.
Well, sometimes you try to set up those screens, you've got a bunch of real quick defenders.
Boone.
But the key to that for Prescott is they're playing their position. They are quick, but they're not biting on all that stuff. They're staying home and playing their position. They've been coached real well to play their spot, and that's how you stop the screen. You swing out either way you go with it. You got to stop it.
Incomplete pass that time from Boone to Modica. Cook will be back to punt once again. This is where it'd be really nice to have another one of those high snaps.
And as Prescott did earlier, they're not putting anybody back to receive it.
Protect anything against a possible fake of any kind. Just playing it safe. Oh, there's the fake. And he gets around 1, but he's not going to go anywhere else. The coaching staff was ready for a fake at some time tonight.
They had them coached up waiting on that one. And there was another one of the Smackover kids who you don't normally see running the ball. I wish I had his number 32. Don't know who he was, but that would have been not one we would have expected to run the ball.
Prescott takes over on downs at
Minus
the
2 yards, so
50-yard line.
Prescott will get the ball at midfield. 6:50 to go here in the first half. Prescott's leading 20-7. And this is an area where you really want to put points on the board. You either want to grind it out and leave no time on the clocks and in the first half, or you want to score quick and hopefully get the ball back one more time before the half is over.
Well, this is one of those things. This is where you're going just before the halftime. So when you want to go in with momentum, you want to finish on a high note, and that's what we're trying to do here.
Johnson drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's looking for Cox, and it's thrown out of bounds. No chance there for a
Pass
catch.
is incomplete. Pass intended for Cameron Cox.
Closest man to it was Javon Modica, and it was about 5 yards out of bounds.
It looked, and I didn't see the whole play develop, but it looked like he had glass open over the middle.
He was. Everybody else had filed to the outside, and glass was open down the middle, but that wasn't where he was looking. That's one of those where you got to go through your progressions and pull off of him, because he was covered well over here, and that one was wide open down the middle.
He did a great job with that last week. Johnson, bobbled snap, he's going to pick it up, and we'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Johnson on the keeper.
Oh, looking at 3rd down and 10, right on the 50-yard line.
Down.
Not sure what happened on the snap, whether the center hit himself as he came up with the ball, but it kind of fell about a yard short, and there wasn't much he could do with it.
Thompson in the backfield with Johnson. Johnson drops back to pass. He's going to try to get away from Gathright, but it's not going to happen. Good tackle there by Gathright.
For a loss to the backfield.
Smackover had really good coverage downfield. There was no place for Johnson to go. And by the time he decided there was no place to go, Gathright was there waiting on him.
Not a good possession there by Prescott. Lost 9 yards on the possession. Johnson will have to punt this one away.
And this one he wants to punt. We want to punt it toward the out of bounds or all the way out the end zone, because I know there are 2 guys back there that can flat run to receive that one.
Modica and Turner back deep to receive the punt. Johnson's going to keep it. He thought he was going to get, it was going to be blocked. He had time to punt it, and there's going to be a late hit.
I don't know whether that was a play called, Jim, but it looked ugly from the start.
Yes.
Smackover bailed us out with a late hit about 3 yards out of bounds.
Yeah,
it was ugly is all you can say.
And he was out of bounds.
He was nearly to the player's line out of bounds when they hit him. And I got to give it to Smackover. they're not just tackling. They're sticking.
No, they're hitting.
They're hitting. They're coming helmet down, and they are sticking people.
Going to wait to see what the official calls here.
Personal foul, first down.
Unnecessary roughness against the Buckaroos.
I'm not sure. I'm not.
It'll remain 4th down.
Wow.
But Prescott, it's not an automatic first down. It's still 4th down. You got about 2 yards to go. The penalty was called out of bounds. We're going to wait and see how they're going to. The referees are getting together here to see if it's an automatic first down or not. This is where you have to, you got to keep your head. You got to make sure you make the right. You don't make mental mistakes, I guess is what I'm saying. You can't make mental mistakes.
Yeah, and that was a mistake on Smackover. They were out of bounds already, and he had his mind made up he was coming to him, and he didn't slack off. Having a big discussion here to see what's going to happen. No. Yeah, it is. Okay, they're calling Smackover ball, and the reason it is, it was 4th down.
That's right.
Dead ball. It didn't. You don't
Dead
play
ball.
the down over. It's a dead ball. It
right.
is Smackover's ball, and it's correct call.
That is the correct call.
Wow, that's a tough one, but that is a correct call.
Smackover will take it over on their own 42. Yeah, because I was thinking, are they going to make us play that one over? That's what I had in my mind, but you're right. That was a dead ball foul.
It was a dead ball foul, so. Stepped off the yardage, and they were still a yard short, so it is Smackover ball. Prescott's going to have to step up right here.
Got to get the play clock reset. Boone has 3 receivers to the left. Gives the ball to Turner. He's met right in the backfield by Colton Girth, and then Colton Johnson, and they're going to be a whole host of Curly Wolves take him down.
Turner on the carry.
That's one you can obviously say, Jim, there was 11 Curly Wolves on that tackle.
That's right.
Because he kept spinning and turning, and the Curly Wolves just kept coming. There was 11 folks surrounded him before he could get anywhere
Also
going.
play 5 yards.
And you don't see that real
Second
often.
down.
We bring up a 2nd down and 15. And Prescott's keyed on the run. They've done a great job of stopping the run. They just got to stay disciplined to make sure nobody gets behind them.
Well, if you watch, the defensive backs are staying back.
That's good.
You know, they're actually, Johnson's 15 yards behind, set up.
Turner looking for a hole. Oh, he's got a little opening. He'll be hit there. He's going to get down. A nice run by Turner.
He is a tough runner.
Out to the 47-yard line.
Picked up about 10 yards.
Had a few chances to get him right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to get loose. Be a 3rd down and 5.
He's got kind of a low center of gravity when he's running, and he's tough to bring
He's strong.
down. He's got real strong legs, and he just keeps churning.
Crockett now will be in at tailback along with Boone. 2 receivers to the right. It's going to be a pass to the left side. It's an incomplete pass. There was no interference. The receiver ran into Gully.
The defender has the right to that position.
Yes.
That offensive man ran into him, and Smackover can holler all they want, but that defensive player has opportunity for his space.
That's right.
And that's where he was at. He didn't run into Smackover, ran into him. He just happened to be in the way. It is a great call. Smackover's not going to like it, but that was a good call.
If they want to boo that one, they can boo that other one that we didn't get a few
That
minutes
our
ago.
boy got sandwiched on, yeah.
4th down and 5. This is where you got to stay disciplined. You got to watch the ball, make sure you don't jump off sides. Smackover may let this clock go all the way down to 1 second, call their final time out of the half. We've got 3:44 to go here in the first half. Prescott's leading 20-7, and we will have that timeout. This is the first-year coach for Smackover. His name is Brian
Brown.
I'm trying to think of what
Brian
Brown. That's it. And he's in a situation. I'm not sure if he coached somewhere else before he came to Smackover, or not. I'm not that familiar with him, but I know it's his first year with Smackover. And this is a chance for him to try to develop a team for a playoff run. So this game is very important.
As you said earlier, Smackover has tradition.
Yes.
He inherited a team that had no tradition and obviously inherited some really good ball players, and apparently either went with the system they had or they've bought into his system because they're playing real well. Really good discipline. A lot of times that's one of the first things that happens when you get a new coach. They don't buy into your system, they don't believe in it, and they don't have the discipline to play. They have played really disciplined tonight, except that one where they hit out of bounds. It's been a really good game all the way around on both sides.
4th down and 5. They will be back in a punting formation. Again, as the defense goes here, you got to watch the ball.
Well, they better find Crockett because they've got him on that other side.
That's right.
He's trying to do that.
He's in that fake punt situation here.
I don't think we want to turn him loose.
That's good snap. Cook's going to punt. Oh, a bad kick. Ball is going to be dead at the 30-yard line.
Dead on the 30-yard line.
Got a good break on that one, Jim. That was a kind of a squiggly, ugly, short punt. And I didn't even let it hit the ground. It hit the ground once and bounced straight up. Instead of letting it hit the ground to see which way it's going to go, the Smackover kid got it and downed it on the 30-yard line, and it could have got another big roll.
All right, Prescott's had some sloppy possessions here the last few possessions on offense. They really need to get something clicking right here as we go into the half. As you said earlier, get the momentum. You got 3.5 minutes to go. You want to put some more points on the board before the half's over.
Well, now's when you're going to have that momentum. Smackover's going to get the ball to start the second half. So they're going to start off with the ball.
Johnson gives the ball to Alex George. Cuts it up. Oh, and he fumbled the football. Oh. Prescott got it back, but we've talked about George in the past, carrying that ball a little bit loose. You got to tuck that thing in tight to your gut.
Fumble on the play.
Jim, if there's anything we're going to have to clean up, that's it.
That's it.
We can't put the ball on the ground. We've been lucky a couple times and got it back, but that's not going to keep happening.
And he got 3 yards on the play. That could have been a big game there for Prescott. 2nd down and 7. Johnson going to fake it, going around the left side. Cuts it back inside, trying to get around number 5. Good tackle there.
Johnson on the carry.
Jim, I was just thinking right before they snapped that one, that looks like where they need to run the ball. Because the big number 71, the Gathright kid,
31.
is not in there. They're subbing some extra players into the defense that are not as big, don't look to seem to be as quick. So Prescott needs to take advantage because, like I say, they're subbing. They've got some subs coming in there.
It's a 3rd down and 1. 2:24 to go here in the first half. Johnson waits for the referee to give it set. Gives the ball to George. Cuts it inside, has the first down. Be tackled about the 45-yard line.
Alex George on the carry.
Be a gain of 5.
And that's enough for Curly Wolf. First down.
1st and 10. Curly Wolves now on their own 44.
Like I say, Jim, Prescott needs to take advantage right here. They got your smaller kids in on defense. They've got one kid that's a really big kid.
All given to George.
Got a lot of quickness.
He fumbled again. Ball is loose and it goes out of bounds. I think it's time you pull him to the side. You got to have an opportunity to talk to him right now.
Wow, Prescott dodged a bullet there. The ball bounced forward 5 or 6 yards, bounced backwards, and ended up with a 2-yard loss. Wow.
Thompson comes back in now at the tailback position.
I'm not sure what's going on because shouldn't have wet conditions.
No.
He's been pretty sure-handed all year long, and now come up to this game, he's just putting it on the ground. I'm not sure. I think it has a lot to do with Smackover.
It does. They're reaching for the ball. They're trying to punch the ball, but he's had the ball a little bit loose at times. He's got to get that ball close to his body.
The clock's running down. They're going to get this one off in a hurry.
Johnson
just barely
gives the ball to Thompson, then to Franklin on a pick.
Face mask.
And he is dropped for a huge loss.
Wow. got a little excited there because he obviously had him by the face mask because he pulled him completely down and the referees just didn't get it.
That's going to be a huge loss there on the play. It's going to make up a 3rd down and probably about 20 with that loss there. Probably about 7-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 20. Johnson back deep. Awaiting the snap. Drops back to pass. He has Thompson open on the screen. Number 5 misses one tackle. He's got a room up the middle. Ball's loose again. And we do recover on the 48-yard line. I know that the coaches have got to be going crazy right now. This ball flying around in the air.
Jim, you look. What's happening is Smackover is putting the helmet on the ball. They have been taught, find that ball and try to take it down.
4th down.
They're completely going for the ball. Jim.
It's 4th down now and about 7.
Smackover has been trained. They're putting a helmet on that ball.
That's right.
And it is popping out everywhere.
Trying to see if they can get Smackover to jump. Looks like they possibly will run this play. No, they do not jump. They're going to call a timeout right before the clock does expire. So you've got Prescott uses their 2nd timeout now of the half. There's 12 seconds to go here in the first half. Prescott's leading 20-7, but they're killing themselves right now, Ralph, with the ball. Just they're not tucking it in.
Prescott is leading 20-7, Jim, and this, to me, this feels like a 1-point game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just that intense. Prescott can't seem to hold the ball, can't move anything. And Smackover, give them credit. Boy, they are disciplined. Prescott's trying to draw them offside. They're not making many mistakes.
No.
As we talked earlier, mistakes is what's going to cost this game or win a game.
That's right.
Who gets the most or who gets the least.
Gained about 14 yards on that little screen pass from Johnson to Thompson. You know, this is a position in the game. You can go for go for it here. You're in the middle of the field. And, you know, I'm not totally against a 4th down call here. You're not going to give Smackover a lot of time to work with. You know that they would be trying to go for a big play themselves, but at the same time, you've got a chance here to possibly.
Well, with 12.4 seconds, Jim, you're going to go for it.
Right.
I mean, that's obviously you're going to go for it. You're trying to hit the home run here.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we are going to punt it. Johnson is back deep to kick it away. Like I said, knowing Coach Glass and Coach Poole, I thought they might go for it here. It is. They are going to go for it. Nolan's going to keep it around the right side. He's trying to get to the horse tack. Did not get there. Stopped.
Just as we thought Glass was going to kick, he comes out with the gunslinger and goes for the fake punt and just ends up about 3 yards short. And there, we got to see number 71, Gathright again, making a play.
Buckaroos take over 1st and 10.
Come up with 5.6 seconds. We got one play.
One thing I've noticed about Gathright, we've mentioned him several times tonight, and a lot of times he does wrap up very well, but his hands have got to be so strong because there's a lot of times he just reaches out and grabs.
Get whatever he can get a hold of.
Yes.
Yeah, he may not get to the position where he needs to be, but he's get a hold of a hand on it, and buddy, he's got to be really stout. Goes out.
Smackover will have 2 receivers to the left and 2 receivers to the right. Boone will be in the backfield by himself. Prescott's going to drop back their defenders. They want to make sure they keep everything in front of them here. 8 seconds to go. Going to be 3 receivers to the right.
And they've come back and put more time on the clock. There's 8 seconds left on the clock.
Boone's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for Modica. It's going to be dropped. That will end the first half. Prescott with a 20-7 lead. We'll be back in a few moments with the halftime entertainment with both bands. We'll see you again here in a few moments for the second half.
The 50-50 drawing tonight is ticket number 659918. Ticket number 659918. Come up to the press box and get your money.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready, get ready, get ready for the battle of your life. Sit back and relax. You are in the pride of Smackover, Badland Buckaroo Marching Band, under the direction of Band Director Mr. Tracy Walker, Drum Major Miss Bates and Mason Wheels. Tonight the band performance, its 2018 contest show, round 1, 2, 3, Battle of the Styles. Round 1, Firebird. Round 2, House of the Rising Sun. Round 3, Phantom of the Opera, Music of the Night. Drum majors, is your band ready? Let the battles begin.
Steady, not been chosen.
Why don't we give another hand for the Buckaroo Marching Band? welcome to tonight's halftime entertainment. Now entering the field, let's give it up for your Wolf Pride Marching Band. Under the direction of Michael Herron and Anthony Clark. Additional staff includes Sherman Johnson and Alexis Italiano. Your drum major is junior Brooke Burton. Color guard captains are Sarah Lloyd and Destiny Jones. Drum major Brooke Burton, is your band ready? You may now take the field for our halftime entertainment. sponsors. Our quarter note sponsors are Precision Power ATV, Nevada County Real Estate, Teague Eye Clinic, Bev Jordan Insurance, Dalrymple Crane, Gilbert Lumber, and Cato. Our half note sponsors, No Way Pulpwood, All Care Pharmacy, Max Tire, Casa Carlos, Southern Tire Mart, Southern Graphics, Central Baptist Church, and Bank of Prescott. And a special thank you to our whole note sponsor, Bank of Delight. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the game. Go Curly Wolves!
The Prescott Athletic Boosters would like to thank their 2018-2019 corporate sponsors for their support for this season. These sponsors include Coalfields, Cash Saver, Flying Burger and Seafood of Caddo Valley, Bank of Prescott, Mackenzie Vassar and Barber, Gary Brown, Brown's Plumbing Company, Bank of Prescott, Gilbert Lumber and Supply, Bouncing Gummies Inflatables, Bark and Barn, yours truly, Prescott Flowers and Gifts, LTB Land and Timber, Staten and Associates, Hillcrest Care and Rehab, Wilson Farms, Brazil Corners, the funeral home, State Farm Insurance, Lee Dissect Agency, Dalrymple Crane Accounting, Southern Tire Mart, Shelter Insurance, Eli Ratcliffe Agency, Mark Glass for County Judge, J.D. and Billy Hines Trucking, and Bank of Delight.
Thank you, sir.
See me go to the bean
Prescott Curly Wolves and the Smackover Buckaroos are getting ready for the second half. Prescott's leading 20-7. Ralph, you got some interesting stats for us here for
Well,
the
I
first
was
half.
just trying to go over these things, Jim. It just looks out of proportion to me. Prescott's got 9 first down. Smackover's got 2. Prescott has 201 yards rushing to 52 to Smackover. It seemed like they had a lot more yards than that. I was shocked when I read that. Total pass from Prescott is only 26 yards and Smackover is -2. So the totals is 227 to 51 yards, which is just It just doesn't seem right to me, Jim. Pass attempt, Prescott had 7, completed 2. Smackover had 9, had 1. With neither one of them had a pick. But here's a stat that's really shattering. Prescott had 5 fumbles and only lost 1. Well, that's one of those things, Jim, that really can hurt you really bad. Penalties, Prescott had 0, which is really good. Smackover only had 2 for 20, so that was a really good stat. In first quarter, Prescott scored 14 and 6 in the second. Smackover scored first. In the first quarter, they had 7. Prescott's run, Ryan Johnson had a 15-yard run for a touchdown. Alex George had a 40-yard run for a touchdown. Greg Turner for Smackover had a 12-yard run. And Prescott with Ryan Johnson with a run of 13 yards to wrap up the score with 20-6.
Alex George is going to get set to kick it away for the Curly Wolves. One thing is for sure is that it was an unusual first half based on what Prescott normally likes to do. They did not get a chance to really get going in the passing game, but it may have had a lot to do with this was Prescott's game plan, to come out and run the football in the first half. We'll see what happens here in the second half. Another onside kick, and Smackover will recover it again, and we'll have the ball on their own 49-yard line. It's kind of unusual to see them continue to give them a short field to work with here. Prescott maybe trying to steal a possession. Prescott's defense is going to have to continue to play tough tonight.
On the 50-yard line, 1st and 10 Buckaroos.
1st and 10 for the Buckaroos. They'll have the ball almost at the 50-yard line. Boone in the backfield, looks like, with Crockett. Ball given to Gus Turner, and he'll be dropped after a gain of about 3 yards.
Well, that was kind of a relative turn, Jim. He never was dropped. He's such a strong kid that never got him to the ground. They just kind of held him up until the whistle blew. Really stout kid.
Instead of dropped, it should have been stopped.
Stopped.
2nd down and about 7. King will be split to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Boone again gives the ball to Turner, looking for room around the left side. He's got the 1st down, still on his feet. Turns it upfield and gets out of bounds. And it's like about the 32, 33-yard line.
He's really tough to bring down, Jim. He's got a good sense of balance. He keeps going forward. Spun that time, and he's really hard to bring down.
34-yard line. 1st down.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st and 10s, Buckaroos on their Prescott Curlyworth 34-yard line. Smackover looking to score on their first possession of the second half. Boone gives the ball to Crockett. He's going to be stopped for a loss. Good job there by the left end. I believe that was Cade Poole.
And my man Rucker was right under the bottom.
Yes.
I almost made that comment when they made that run to the left. They're running away from Rucker, and they did. They came back this time to Rucker, and he was under the pile.
I believe that was Jack Arnett, on the left end. He a loss of 3 yards, brings up 2nd down and 13. But looking to pass, has Monica. He's got it. He will score. Touchdown, Buckaroos. 37-yard pass completion from Boone to Monica.
Just a little slant inside, and when he gets the ball, he has got speed to go.
That's where that onside kick and not recovering hurts you, because now you've given Smackover the momentum.
Well, as we talked about earlier, you give up 20, 25 yards on that. This gives them extra momentum to go.
Number 35 will be set to attempt the extra point. Number 8, Cook, to hold. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:28 to go here in the third quarter, it is Prescott 20, Smackover 14.
I will take 28, Jim.
Well, I tell you, I'm getting number twisted here, it seems like.
Like I said earlier, this just seems like it's a 1-point game, but it's not. It is a 6-point game, but it just seems a lot closer the way it's being played.
Took a minute and a half for them to go 4 plays And 50 yards, 51 yards, the Smackover fans are pumped up. You know, they've got some momentum right here. Prescott has got to come out on this possession, and they've got to be able to drive the ball back down the field. They've been stopped the last few times they've had the ball. Got to get things going once again on offense. And be ready for an onside kick here, because Smackover also is using a little bit of a squib kick or a little short kick.
Well, like we said earlier, I don't think they really want to kick it to our receivers, so they're trying to kick it a little squib or a little short to try to keep it, getting it from those deep receivers.
35 will kick it away, and it's going to be picked up by Cox at about the 29-yard line. Cuts it upfield and is dropped at about the 37.
On the return.
And Jim, we didn't fumble that one, but they're sure holding that ball loose tonight.
Yes.
And Smackover's a head hunter on that ball. They're putting a head on it and trying to knock it loose.
Ball on about
As
the
we said, there was 5 fumbles in the
38-yard
first half. We were lucky to only lose just one.
1st and 10 Curly Wolves on their first
line.
possession of the second half.
Curly Wolves.
Leading by 6. Definitely need to put points on the board here so we can get ourselves a 2-touchdown lead again. Make that at least a 2-score game.
Well, you got to put the pressure back on their
Right.
offense. You got to score and make them go score.
Johnson's going to keep it up the middle. He's stopped there for a gain of about 2.
Johnson on the keeper.
It's going to be a 2nd down now and 8.
2nd and 9.
Let's see how Prescott adjusts to this, because Smackover was kind of shutting them down a little bit. Prescott started trying to run inside these last few series, and they have not had the success they were having going outside. So let's see if Prescott adjusts back.
Johnson's going to come off the field for a moment. Going to have Nolan in now at quarterback. Prescott looks a little bit out of sorts as far as what they're wanting the play to be right now. Nolan is going to keep it around the right side, cuts it back inside, and gets down to about the 45. Bring up a 3rd down and 3 now for the Curly Wolves. Big play here for the Curly Wolf offense. Be able to keep this drive alive and regain the momentum. Nolan gets a snap, looking to go around the right side. He will not get the 1st down.
Nolan on the carry.
Smackover stiffened up their defense. They're
Picked up
blocking,
2 yards.
stuffing those holes, and there's really no place to go, Jim.
4th and 1.
Coach Glass is thinking it over on this 4th down.
It's a 4th and 1. We'll put George and Thompson both in the backfield, along with Jacoby Nolan at quarterback. Nolan's going to keep it around the right side. Looking for the push. The referee looks like he's got him spotted.
Referee on the far side
at
bringing
the
him right
line.
up at the line. It's going to be a close mark, but it looks like it's going to be a 1st down.
1st down, Prescott.
And he picked up enough for our Curly Wolves. 1st down.
That's kind of like one of those credit card measures, Jim, because I think
Yes.
that one was going to be within a credit card, either sideways or lengthways one, because it was really close.
Ball is marked at the 48.5-yard line. Nolan will remain in at quarterback right now with Thompson in the backfield. Ball's going to be given to Thompson. He's looking for him around the left side. Cox has it in sealed. He turns it upfield. He's got room. He breaks it free down to about the 26-yard line.
Number 33, Thompson on the carry.
Jim, they just making me so nervous because they're holding that ball really loose. He was holding that one out from his body, and
And he picks up enough for a Curly Wolf. 1st down.
big,
7-yard gain.
big momentum play right there. They were giving Smackover a little time. They were starting to believe.
Timeout, Smackover. We've got 7:55 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Prescott's leading 20-14, driving on their first offensive possession of the second half. They got the 1st and 10 now on the 25-yard line. Again, having success running the football. But you know, Ralph, this time it looks like we're coming around the left side just a little bit. a few of the quarterback runs were around that right side, but going around the left side that time by Thompson.
Almost every play we ran in the first half was to the right side. Not sure what the adjustment has been, but most of them, coming out here, running to that left side and having a little success. Smackover had been closing up that middle, and it's just made it a little tough to get inside. You got to get to the outside and show Prescott. As I was talking to one of the radio announcers from Smackover a while ago, he said, talking to the Smackover, one of the Smackover radio announcers, he's talking about Prescott's speed. He said that's something we have not seen here this year, but we haven't really taken advantage of it as much as we have in the first few games. Like I say, we've had Johnson has been doing most of the runnings instead of trying to run the tailback, so it's been a little different game plan. And 5 games in, it may be time to make some adjustments to see what you can do.
I don't know if Johnson's cramping just a little bit. I mean, he's playing both offense and defense now. To see him stand on the sideline over here, kind of stretching out his calf muscles. Kobe Nolan's going to throw the ball to Cox. He's open. Jumps over one man and be close to another first down.
Really good athletic catch there and dove over the Smackover player and got real close. Looks like it is going to be a second down in about a half a yard, or football length looks like.
Yeah, I think they're going to measure this one because I believe they're right at the sticks.
Second down.
Let's see what the official, the
They're looking
line judge is telling the official he needs to come and check it. The referee needs to come and do.
Looks to me like where it's sitting, it's a first down. But it's hard to see across to see where that marker is. But it looks to me like a first down, and the referees are going to check it.
Well, I know the ball was marked just outside the 25, or right at the front edge of the 25 a few moments ago, and it looks to me like he is.
It's ball sitting square on the 25-yard line, so I don't know.
Timeout for measurement.
I'm calling it first down.
I called it first down to start with, so we'll see. And it may not be, but it sure looked like about 2 inches.
Oh yeah.
And that's enough for a
just about how much was hanging across that white line.
We knew it all along.
Well, but like I said, we're armchair quarterbacks and we can't make the call. I would love to, but I can't do it. It don't count anyway if I make the call.
First down, 10 Carter Wolves on the Buckaroo 15-yard line. Number 11 King is lined up as the end on Prescott's right side, along with Cook, who's kind of coming up as they walk up safety. Nolan's going to keep it, cuts it inside, gains about 2.
Watching Johnson on the sideline, I think he took a lick on that thigh a while ago. They're kind of working it out a little bit.
They're walking up number 8 now, a little bit closer on that end, so that's going to take away that right side like we've been running in the first half. George to the left side this time. Got a great block that time. Gets down inside the 10.
On the carry. Picked up 4 yards.
Looks like about a 4-yard gain.
3rd and 4.
Brings up a 3rd and 4. Need to get inside the 5 for the first down.
Ball was sitting right square on the 15, so he's going to have to get square.
Gives the ball to Thompson. He's not going to quite get it. Bring up about 4th down or 1, maybe 2.
Look like a 2 yard.
Looks like Monica is injured. He gets up.
I think Monica's getting tired. I'm not sure he's left the field until he leaves the field now, but he's been out there every snap.
Ball is placed on the 7-yard line. It's a 4th down and 2.
Nobody called a timeout, so they've got to get Prescott up and get them in the offensive formation.
Wait to see what the referee's calling.
Referee signaled a timeout. I'm not sure what he's doing. They're going to discuss.
Prescott's going to go for it here. Let's wait and see what.
I'm not sure what the discussion is, Jim. The referee Prescott was taking a little extra time getting into the formation, and the head linesman called a timeout, stop a clock, so I'm not sure what he's doing.
Both teams had kind of gone to their sideline, and I think that's what they were questioning is that did anybody call a timeout? Because they didn't mark that
Well,
down.
here we go, Jim. Big call right here. Prescott 4th down and 2 from the 9-yard line.
Nolan gets the snap. He's going that right side. I don't think he got it.
They're going to mark him short.
Nope, it did not make it. Again, we've turned the ball over on downs deep in our own territory, going in to score, but just not getting that extra yard.
Not getting that push from the offensive line. They're just not getting the push to give them a little extra.
Well, they've got to notice they're walking up that number 8 on the outside.
Yeah.
There's nobody there to block him.
No.
You got to get to changing things up and start going to this left-hand side because the coaches got to start to see that.
Well, 90% of what we run has been to the right side,
Yes.
and it doesn't take a smart coach. And I did talk to the radio announcer for Smackover. That Coach Brown came from Texas. He came from Red Oak, Texas. He is a very accomplished coach in Texas football, and that is.
That'd be a false start on Smackover.
As I said, he came here from Red Oak, Texas, one of the big schools down there, and really came in and changed them. I was talking about the discipline on Smackover. He said he instilled Texas mentality in those boys. He said he has put the discipline back in them. So and it's showing.
It is. A little bit of a mental mistake right there.
1st and 13.
1st and 13. The ball is on the 3-yard line. Boone's going to give the ball to Turner. Looking for room up the middle. Doesn't get much there.
Big stop right there, Jim. This is a really big series. Smackover's taking over, stop Prescott short of the 1st down, so this is a really big series. Momentum, we can talk about it all night long, but momentum's big, and this is where you set up some momentum.
Back out to about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10. It's where your defensive line has really got to step it up a notch. Everybody's got to be on their toes and ready for the ball to come their way.
As we talked about Turner, you can't just grab him. You got to wrap him up and shut him down.
Quick pass. He's deep. He was past Johnson. He was past Franklin.
Wow.
And Johnson's cramping up again. He's got to come out. That would have been 6 points without a doubt.
Wow.
3rd down.
And we talked about the discipline on those defensive backs. You're going to have to stay back, and they bid on it.
This is one of those games. It's hot. We're starting to cramp up. This is where it tolls on you when you get to these hot games like this. It's kind of the fall weather. It was cool last week. It's not this week.
Well, that receiver from Smackover fainted to the inside and then cut outside, and boy, he was wide open, just overthrown, or that was been a 6 for 95 yards.
Boone's dropping back to pass. He's looking for him again. He's got him open. 1st down. Had him wide open again.
Boone pass is complete.
Come back with the same pass play. He made an excellent pass that time.
Let them get out of deep in their own territory. Got out with a big gain there, out to about the Prescott 24-yard line. It's an 18-yard gain. Prescott sideline. The Prescott fans are a little bit quiet. They need to get up and start cheering them on. This is a cry for defense right here to get the defense fired up and back into the game. 1st and 10, Smackover. Boone gives the ball to Turner. Oh, there's going to be a face mask. They let it go, but it's going to be a big run. They're starting. Smackover's starting to clicking.
The flag on the play.
Prescott's slow to get up in several places because we got cramps going on. This is where it comes into the mental part of the ball game.
Yeah, Jim, Smackover was really doing a really good job of running and passing, mixing it up, and Prescott's going to have to get their head screwed back on straight because, like I say, but this is a mental game, and like I say, Smackover's kind of winning the head game right now.
Going to wait to see what that should be a 22-yard gain on the run, and then depends on if they call a 15 or a 5-yard face mask.
Face mask penalty against Prescott.
That's going to be a 15-yard variety.
Wow, and it will be 15-yard tacked onto that play. A 37-yard gain.
15-yard penalty.
That's where discipline has got to step up for the Curly Wolves now.
Well, you got to shuffle those feet. You got to get your feet in position and not be grabbing, because when you start grabbing, that's what's going to happen. You're going to just grab whatever, and that's what happened.
Smackover now on the Curly Wolf 39-yard line. This drive started on the 6-yard line of Smackover. Boone awaits the snap. He gives the quick pass out to Monica. Good tackle there by Franklin. The receiver was down. And now Monica's cramping up.
Monica was cramping up a little bit earlier. He's been on the field all night long, and he's getting a little tired.
An incomplete pass.
Number 23.
No, it will be a completed pass.
Excuse me. Gain of about 5 yards. Second down and 5 for the Buckaroos.
Second down.
Curly Wolves need to get themselves in a position where they can pick off a pass, where they can get themselves to knock a ball loose on their own. Get a turnover here and stop this drive. This is the kind of game we thought it'd be, Ralph.
It took a little while to unravel, but it's here.
Boone, quick pass out to number 81 for the reception. I don't have a number 81, so I'm not sure who that was, but
to number 81.
Young kid, apparently he's not even on the roster. Clean uniform. Obviously he hadn't been involved much,
31.
but made a great catch and turn and almost got the first down. He's 3rd and 1.
4-yard gain. That makes it a 3rd down and 1. And this is where those little passes work against Prescott, because we put our safeties way deep instead of coming up in a man-to-man coverage. Those little hitches are open.
Well, when you look out there and you see a kid with a clean uniform, you kind of think, well, maybe he's not going to do much, but
right.
He was wide open.
3rd down and 1.
Same thing here.
Crockett and Turner in the backfield now with Boone. Ball given to Turner. He has room up the middle. First down, Buckaroos. Good hard run down at about the 22.
Kind of a double dose there. You had both the Crockett and Boone in that backfield, and it's pretty hard to pick out which one he's going to go to.
Well, we can definitely say this. Smackover made adjustments at halftime. They came out on their first offensive possession, drove it right down the field and scored. Now on their second possession, they once again are driving on Prescott. This possession, again, started on their own 6-yard line. Prescott's leading 20-14. We got 4:05 to go in the 3rd quarter, but the momentum has switched towards Smackover right now.
Looks like we got a problem with the clock. Maybe, I'm not sure what's going on. Referees are having another discussion. Having a little trouble with clock management, Jim. I'm not sure what's going on with it. They're trying to get the clock reset.
They got it set now at 3:47.
Now we're going to set it again.
The Smackover fans are getting their team pumped up. Prescott's fans are sitting on their hands, not doing very much right now. Crockett really got a good push there at the end.
Even when they are making that initial contact, he's getting a real strong push.
2 yards.
Get a 2-yard gain. It's going to be a 2nd down and 8. Ball just inside the 20-yard line. Boone has 2 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield with him, Crockett and Turner. Pulls it out. Boone's going to keep it. And will be tackled there by number 50.
Payton, number 50, Payton made the tackle. Very good stop.
Yeah, because he had room if he could have got away from Payton there on that left side.
3rd and 6.
Wilson and Girth will be back in now. defense. Gain of about 3 yards. We got a 3rd down and 5.
Prescott's rotating their defensive linemen in pretty good, trying to get them a little rest and try to get away from those cramps and get a little more strength.
Boone on the option. He's going to keep it. He'll be stopped for maybe a gain of 1.
Boone on keeper.
You gained 4 on that one, Jim.
I'm sorry.
4th and 1.
I missed that.
Yeah, well, you're blocked by that middle there, but he just kept moving, got it out, pushed out. It's a 4th and 1. Big play right here.
The window pane got in my way. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 1. This right here, this is a big play for the Curly Wolf defense. If they can have a stop here, they can get the ball back and hopefully get this momentum back. Prescott fans are getting on their feet, cheering, calling for the defense to make a big stand. Boone gives the ball to Turner. I don't know. He's going to be close.
Turner on the carry.
Jim, I'm going to go right up here and say I think they got him a little bit short.
Yes, I believe he's going to be.
They're going to measure it.
I think they have to measure here. I think
this is
too
critical
close.
point. They've got to measure this one.
Well, this is one of those plays in the game. You can't just go by an eyeball opinion. You need to measure it.
No.
Be clear about it. Make sure both teams
It's within inches either
Yes.
way. Inch or 2 either way is going to make this call. Maybe chain link, maybe. We got to break out the credit card, Jim.
First down. They say it is a 1st down. I mean, it was there by. They say it was extremely close.
Wow.
Both teams were saying it was the other's ball.
Wow.
Big call right there by the officiating crew. So
It had to have been
1st and 10.
less than the chain link.
Ball is on the 14-yard line.
4th down, Buckaroo.
Boone in the backfield along with Turner. Boone gives it to Turner. Good job there by Rucker to drop it for a loss.
That's my man, Jim.
Trey Rucker on the tackle.
Rucker coming up blitz on that right
Loss on
side.
the play.
Made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2.
Bring up a 2nd down and 12. Johnson and Gully are on the sideline still trying to get themselves warm, still trying to keep themselves from catching their cramps. They're going to be needed on offense. Boone gives the ball to Crockett. Looking for room around the right side. He breaks tackles, gets inside the 10.
At 33, Colton Johnson got under him, took his feet out. He gained about 4 on that one, so it's 3rd and about long 8.
Definitely 2 down territory for the Buckaroos.
Very little gain
Under
on the
20
play.
seconds,
3rd
under
down.
20 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. The Buckaroos are going to let time just run out here the 3rd quarter. As we in the 3rd quarter, Prescott's leading 20-14.
At the end of the 3rd quarter.
So the second half, Ralph, has been uncharacteristic of what the first half was. Prescott really dominated the first half on paper. They had some fumbles that they were able to get back on them and had a good lead going into halftime at 20-7. But this second half, it's been all Smackover momentum.
It's been all Smackover. And it's kind of what we expected. We knew Smackover wasn't going to lay down.
Right.
We could tell they were a very disciplined team. They were going to stay hooked and make a game of it. Curwell's going to have to step up. 4th quarter is where you win or lose a game, and that's where it's going to come down to. See what kind of stand Prescott can make right here.
Bank of Delight.
We want to thank our sponsors, Coalfields, Nevada County Courthouse, and Bank of Delight, the biggest little bank in Arkansas. We got definitely 2 down territory for Smackover. It's 3rd down and 8. The coach is over there giving them a 2-play set. He wants, he's definitely going to go for it on 4th down. No matter what happens here, they've got a chance here to punch it in. They're looking to at least tie the game, and then of course the extra point will be a difference maker. But Prescott's defense has got to be ready for anything right here. One thing I had not seen this Prescott defense team do a lot is get a lot of sacks. They may get some rushes, they may get a little bit of hurries, but they really hadn't gotten a lot of sacks.
Well, you see number 23, Monica's back on the field. He got his cramps worked out, and he's back on the field. Our safeties are playing 12, 15 yards off it. He's a really quick kid.
Nolan needs to be ready right here for anything coming his direction. Boone gives the ball to Toast. Quick pass intercepted! Trey Rucker came up with the interception. He jumped the pass route.
Wow.
Big turnover.
Trey Rucker comes in and makes the play of the game right there. Stepped inside of that pass. The kid was open. Rucker stepped inside, run it back for about 15 yards, run back. Great defensive stand. And that's what we were talking about. Curly Lewis had to make a stand right here. Fourth down.
Turnover.
6-point lead. You got to make it. And the offense has got to come out and make a statement here, Jim. They've got to come out and run the ball and get some yardage. They have got to run the ball. Go back to where they were in the first half.
Right.
Dominated 230-something yards to 52. They've got to come out and dominate on this offense and punch it in and score again, because Smackover's not going to give up. We talked about how disciplined they are. They're not giving up. And this is a, like I say, ramifications on into the playoffs. This is a really big game.
Johnson's back in at quarterback. Let's see if he's got the cramps worked out. Thompson in the backfield with him. 1st and 10, Curly Wolves on their 20. Johnson gives the ball to Thompson. He's going to be dropped for a loss in the backfield. Big tackle there by King.
Offensive line is going to have to step up because Smackover knows what's coming.
Yes.
Smackover knows it's going to be a run play, and they're just blowing up that offensive line.
That was a loss of at least 5 yards.
Second down.
Second down and 15.
And that was the defensive end on the left side.
Right.
Jim just blew through there. It looked like almost untouched.
Johnson drops back to pass. He's looking for Cox. It's double coverage. No, was not open. Double coverage there. That's where you can't force a pass right there.
Intended for Cox.
They had that one well covered, Jim. There's two men out there in that flat. He had it bracketed on front and back. No place to go with it.
3rd down, 15. 11 minutes to go here in the ball game. Prescott's leading 20-14. Prescott going to getting set for trying to get all their players in that they need.
Prescott looks a little confused here, Jim.
Yes, they do. 4 seconds to go here on the play clock.
Take a timeout here.
Hurry.
Boy,
They got it away. Johnson. He's thrown it over to Haney. Incomplete pass. And there's a flag.
Flag on the play.
I'm not sure what that call was.
I couldn't see it from here. I don't know. Almost had to be a pass interference, but I didn't see it from here.
He could have been holding him before when he turned. Could have been a hold.
When he come out of the break, he may have grabbed him, but I couldn't see it from here.
I'm going to wait to see what was the official's going to call here.
Jim, I don't remember seeing this many conferences between the referees deciding what's going to come out of this.
Right.
This is about the 3rd or 4th one tonight where they've had a conference to figure out what's going on.
Pass interference.
Pass interference.
On the defense.
Break for Prescott.
Pushing in the back.
Fans don't like that.
The Smackover fans don't like that.
Fans do not like that one. And for Smackover, that should be an automatic first down if I know that rule correctly.
It wasn't a while ago.
And it is a first down.
And that'll be enough for Curly Wolf.
They're marking it as a 3rd down. I'm not sure what they're calling.
The officials are going to meet on that. I think this referee need to have an explanation for the for the Smackover coaches.
I don't think they could figure out where it was actually marked at. I'm not sure what that was, Jim.
Well, I also think that they were trying to say the ball was uncatchable.
Well,
They may be right on that as well. First and 10, Curly Wolves. Nolan's going to keep the ball, gain of about 5.
Nolan on the carry.
Good run. He just run pass option. He tucked it and ran. They covered up that George on the handoff, and he just tucked it and went right straight up the middle and got what he could, Jim.
Second down.
Second down and 5. You know, as clean as that first half was, even though Prescott had some fumbles that they recovered, it was pretty much so a clean first half. This second half has been not
all the way around. I mean, Prescott had zero penalties in the first half. It just seemed like they're a little confused.
Nolan has room. Oh, he almost got away. He is saying, the referee saying he was down.
Nolan on the carry.
Wow.
Gain of about 3 yards.
Pick up 3 yards.
Third down and 2.
He just barely got him by the shoe, Jim, but if he hadn't got him, it was going to be off to the races because there was nobody in front of him. Barely got a hand out and stopped him. You know, those big plays we say is a have-to play. Here it is.
Third and 2.
Third and 2.
Oh. So say that was a false start.
Flag on the play.
Tackle and guard both on the left side moved. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and that's going to be very costly here because it takes you out of really a running situation and more into a passing mindset, or at least you think it does.
It's just a mental game, Jim, and Prescott's losing the middle game at this moment. Smackover is being very consistent, very disciplined, and Prescott's just not holding it together. And, you know, no defense for that, but they've had no pressure all year long. So now's the first time they've really been under pressure.
Prescott looks a little bit disorganized here. It's
6 seconds left. They have got to get the snap off. Wow.
Nolan drops back to pass. He's going to throw it deep. He's looking for Cox. It's going to be intercepted. Cox doesn't get Monica tackled. Monica's going to have some running room. He does get tackled at about the 45-yard line.
Clip right there.
Number 3.
He just threw that one up for grabs, and Monica wanted it worse. It will be Smackover's ball. 8:57 left in the game, starting at their 45-yard line, Jim.
It's going to be first and 10, Smackover. Ball will be marked at the Prescott the Smackover 45. 8:57 to go here in the ball game. Prescott's leading 20-14. It's been a game of turnovers, especially here in the second half.
Well, Jim, we talk about making mistakes, and Prescott's just making the mistakes, and it's costing them. The Smackover's being pretty consistent.
We knew it'd be a tough ball game.
Well, we knew Smackover wasn't going to give up. They're too good a ball team.
3 receivers to the left. Ball given to Turner. He's hitting the backfield and tackle, and that's going to be a face mask. Helmet come flying off. Girth grabbed the helmet.
Turner on the carry. There's a flag on the play.
Grabbing and tackling high will never get you anywhere. You got to go low. Grab them around the waist.
They're not moving their feet. They're just reaching, and they're making the mistakes.
All of the momentum right now is on Smackover's side. Be it first and 10, Buckaroos. Ball marked on the 41-yard line of Prescott.
First down.
Boone and Turner in the backfield. Boone gives the ball to Turner. He's going to be tackled for a loss. That time by Payton and Rucker.
Rucker on the bottom of the pile. That's what we've got to get in there, Jim. We've got to get them before they get momentum started, because if they ever get started, they're quick.
Loss of 4 on the play. Second down, 14. that's where you need everybody ready to go on defense, because you expect to pass here. They've hit those little quick. They've been looking for those little quick passes. Rucker jumped that last time and got an interception.
Well, Jim, we got defensive backs 20 yards in the back.
I know it. Two receivers to each side. Boone drops back to pass. Looking for a receiver on this side, and Connor knocks it down. Connor Tinsley comes with a big defensive play.
Incomplete.
Great job by Tinsley to hit him as soon as the ball got there.
Got there about the time the ball did and knocked it loose.
Third down.
Really good play. Got good
14.
pressure on the quarterback that time. He really had to get it out of there.
Definitely, you think, again, this is 2-down territory for Smackover. They're not going to punt the ball again. 7:45 to go, fourth quarter. Prescott leading 20-14.
And here you got Monica out to the right again. He's back on the field.
Boone drops back to pass. He's going to be tackled by Payton.
It's number 50, Keenan Payton. In there again, he got a little good tackle a while ago that really helped. And that one's a big loss right there.
We talked about not having sacks, and Payton comes up with a huge sack.
We talked about 4-down territory. I'm not sure this is 4-down here, Jim. We're looking at 4th and 20 plus.
Right.
I don't think they can afford to run this one.
No.
They're going to have to punt the ball. That's where we need to field this ball and get one going.
Cook will be back to punt this one away. It's 4th down and about 25. Definitely want to make sure you stay in your lanes, make sure there's no fake, and then get back and get a good return on. It's a high snap. Cook gets it, punts it away. It's going to be a low kick. Nolan's going to get away from it, and Prescott will take it over on their own 27-yard line.
Good job, defense. That's what we had to have. We had to have that defensive stand. Payton got in there. I think that's the first time we got him close to the quarterback. Got him up sack. Put him in a 4th and 25. Exactly what we needed.
You know, you look at the situation. We talked about the offensive power of both teams. One team averaging 50 and one averaging 47, and we got a 20-14 ball game. The defense has what's come up bigger tonight.
And we talked about the stats in the first half, how many yards Prescott had and how many Smackover. It's been a complete flip-flop to the second half. Smackover, I don't know, I haven't seen the stats, but they're going to have 200 plus in this one, and Prescott may not even have their 50 that Smackover had in the first half.
It's Kobe Nolan in it, quarterback along with Alex George. Nolan gives the ball to George. Up the middle, got to get that ball tucked in. He's down the sideline. He's going to look for contact, cuts it back inside, down to the 42-yard line.
And Jim, that's the George we've been seeing all year long. He got around that end and had some great blocks out there. Number 10, which number 10 is Jordan Glass, sealed that end off, and he was wide open from there. Big play right there.
31-yard gain there by George. Again, please tuck that ball in. First and 10, Curly Wolves. Nolan will keep it this time up the middle. He'll stay on his feet. Great job by Nolan to take the contact and go ahead and get almost down to another first down.
Ducked that head and took the lick and kept his feet churning and kept going. It's going to be really close to a first down if it's not a first down, Jim.
Picked up 9 yards.
They gave him 9 yards on the play. Great run.
2nd and 1.
Landon Cross will now come in at right tackle.
This is what we were looking for, Jim, because they did this in the first half and just came out in the second half and have not been able to run the ball.
2nd down and 1. Nolan gives the ball to Thompson up the middle. He'll have the first down, bounces off one man, and gets down inside the 25.
Number 32, Thompson on the
They're
carry.
running with a mission, Jim. Somebody may have had a talk with them. They're running like they know they need to go. Curly Wolves didn't play hardly for the first quarter and a half, this second half, and now they've come out with a fire in their belly. It seems like they're wanting it worse.
1st and 10, ball marked on the 24-yard line. Nolan gives the ball to Thompson. Cut up inside. He's got a hold down inside the 15.
I'm not sure what switch Coach Glass flipped, but he flipped a switch somewhere.
We have a timeout here. It looks like one of the Buckaroos a little slow to getting up. 12-yard gain that time by Thompson. You know, we were running the ball around the edges. Now we're running the ball right up the middle, attacking them in the center of their defense. Got a first down. Ball's marked at the 12-yard line. Timeout, Buckaroos.
Well, Jim, when you get to look at Smackover has been playing almost the exact same players first on defense and offense. And I think it's taking a toll, Jim, because it just looks like Prescott's getting a push on them that they weren't getting early in this half.
Right. Well, you know, like you said, they have 22 players is what we were told they had on their football team. They've got more than that. They've probably got some other kids that are coming out and starting to play with them now, and so they may be up to 30 or 35. Now I can almost guarantee you there's maybe 15 to 16 that have been on the field consistently.
I finally got a count while ago. It looked like they had 32 players.
32. That's about right.
Yeah, and when you're only playing 15 to 16 ball players. It's pretty warm tonight, Jim.
It is.
And we're 5 games into the season. It's 6th game, but I'm telling you, it's warm. Folks are cramping up. Yep. And when you're playing both ways, it just makes it tough when you got another team, Prescott, that's playing a lot of extra kids, both on offense and defense. So sometimes it takes a toll.
That's right. 5:35 to go in the ball game.
And actually, I'm seeing some new players in Prescott's offensive line. They may be getting some fresh bodies in there.
And that's enough for Kelly Wolf. First down.
Big important drive right here. Prescott now has got to get the ball in the end zone. They've come down here twice tonight inside the 5-yard line. They've gotten stopped. They've got to get the ball in the end zone on this drive. Nolan gives the ball to Thompson up the middle. He's going to get inside the 10 and down to about right at the 10-yard line is where he will be stopped.
Jim, I was talking about those new players here. Kobe Gillard, number 52, is in there. He's not a normal starter on that offensive line. I think we're actually getting some extra bodies in there that are fresh and going. Landon Cross is another 75. Really getting some extra help there.
2nd down and 8. Nolan's going to keep it. He's got room around the left side to get down to about the 5.
And this is what you want to see, Jim. When you get down close like this, late in the game, you want to see these yardage, grinding out, taking that time off the clock, and going down and scoring. Like I said, we've been stopped within the 5 twice this time and turned it over on downs. So we've got to go down, contain that ball, control it, and go in and score.
Ball looks to be marked at about the 6-yard line. Coaches are going to go ahead and let some of this clock run down just a little bit. They are going to have to hurry maybe here towards the end of the play. 3rd down and 4. Timeout. Chris is calling a timeout.
We got the timeout.
I think the coaches did. Yeah, the coaches did get the timeout before the play clock did expire. Prescott's got 2 timeouts remaining.
Head linesman threw the flag, but the one on the sideline judge did catch the timeout for Prescott, so we did save that 5 yards.
4:14 to go here in the ball game. Prescott's leading 20-14. It's a 3rd down, and I'm going to say it's a good 3, maybe 4 yards.
Jim, it's one of those things you want to milk that clock, but you don't want to lose your timeouts.
That's right.
Or get a 5-yard penalty. And Prescott's just been a little more too much deliberate here to try to run that clock.
They need to get down inside the 3 to get the first down. Smackover's coaches are not happy that they were awarded that timeout because it was right as time expired.
Well, in defense, you had the head linesman right in the middle could not see Coach Glass.
Yes.
And the man over here on the sideline was looking right at him, and Coach Glass ran to him, and that is his job to make that call because the man out there in the middle's got too much to look at to be worried about making that call.
Well, that's the side judge's responsibility, whether it's for Smackover or Prescott. He's supposed to be paying attention to the coaches.
Got one on each side in there. Supposed to be watching and paying attention to that coach, especially when you get down close like that.
Big down here for the Curly Wolves. 3rd down, and we're going to call it 3. George in the backfield.
This one of those, Jim, they better hold on to the ball because Smackover is going to be trying to take it.
George takes it. Running hard.
Ball is loose. Smackover ball.
Oh, referee calls him down.
Oh, how about a break?
Calls Smackover down. It's their ball. In the end zone, I believe. Again, another fumble by George. He's got to take care of the football.
And we just said that's one thing we can't have. We cannot have a turnover.
Third time we've turned the ball over inside the 5 yard. It's going to be a touchback. It's going to give Smackover the ball at the 20.
Ball comes out from the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
And the only good thing about this situation is that Smackover's only got one timeout, 4:06, but the way they scored a while ago, they scored with a minute and 30 seconds.
That's
it's
right.
not going to matter. Prescott's got to play defense, find those big runners, shut them down.
And they made a 37-yard pass completion for their touchdown in this second half. Boone in the backfield with Turner. Boone's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for Monica over the left side. He's got him. Ball is caught inside the 50-yard line of Prescott down to the 46.
Boone pass is complete.
It's going to be a gain of 34 yards. They got half of it right there.
For a first down.
1st and 10, Buckaroos. 3:58 to go in the game. Prescott leading 20-14. Boone will drop back. He's going to keep it. Looking for room around the right side. Nowhere to go.
Throw for a loss.
Tried to fool the Curly Wolves on that. I think that's the first time he's pulled that one and tried to move. And the Curly Wolves were waiting on him when he come around the end.
Loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11. This is again where we've got to get a pass rush right here because they're in a passing situation. 3 receivers to the left. Monica to the right.
He moved
Boom.
right there.
Look at him. He's got a man. He's got King wide open
Boone pass is complete.
at the 29. Nobody covered him at all.
And truthfully, Jim, he got a 1 yard head start because he actually jumped.
For a first down.
1st and 10. Buckaroos at the Prescott 28-yard line. Again, Prescott leading by 6.
Prescott's going to have to step up and make a stand here. Know they're going to try to throw the ball. They have got to step up.
Monica is the main receiver here.
Giving them so much room for those big offensive.
Turner giving the ball. He's cut back inside. He's got room. He's going to get past Terrence Thompson into the end zone. Touchdown, Smackover.
Number 6, Turner carries it in for a touchdown.
Wow, they had that one blocked great. When he cleared the end, Jim, there was nobody going to touch him.
Took 1 minute.
1 minute.
A huge extra point right here. The game is tied 20-20. 3:07 to go in the ball game. Prescott has led this whole game until this point in the ball game right now. Game is tied.
35 will try the point after.
35 getting set for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, it is good. Smackover leads 21-20.
Wow, Jim, we talked about they scored with 1 minute. Was all it took to make that. We talked about earlier, they scored on a 1 minute and 30 second. They scored it with 1 minute, 80-yard drive. Prescott's going to have to get their head up. They're going to come out with a game plan, and they just have to suck it up. This is where you get to find your mental toughness and see who wants it the worst. They've got plenty of time. They got 3:07 left on the clock.
This is the kind of game we expected to see. This is exactly what we expected to see happening
Well, you know, we
tonight.
talked about earlier, it seemed like a 1 point game. We're there, Jim. We got a 1 point game. It just took us 3 quarters and 9 minutes to get to that point.
.307 to go. Smackover leading 21-20. Prescott awaits the kickoff. Again, there's so many playoff implications in this game. There's so many. This is for the conference lead. This is just a huge game for the whole
playing
country.
for home field advantage. Three games into the playoff.
Number 35 to kick it away. He's going to kick it deep. Franklin's going to take it at about the 21-yard line. Looking for room. He's looking to try to break it outside. He cuts it upfield. Gets out to about the 42-yard line. Prescott have great field position to start this drive.
Number 7, Franklin on the return.
And the clock didn't start, Jim. It's still at 3:07.
Well, they'll probably have to get that corrected.
I would think Smackover was going to want a little correction on that one.
We'll wait to see. Yeah, they're pointing at the fans are pointing at the clock.
1st and 10, Curleywood.
Yep. The referees will have to get the play clocks. They'll have to get it corrected.
Clock didn't start on the reception. Let's get a little adjustment. It's probably going to be just a little shy of 3 minutes.
Clock never started. Well, the bucket match.
Be 2:56 to go in the game. And the thing is, Prescott doesn't have to throw the ball. You got 2 timeouts. You don't have to panic here. Jacoby Nolan in at quarterback. Johnson's been having cramps all night long. Thompson gets the ball, runs it up the middle, gets out to the 49, a 7-yard gain.
This is one of those, Jim. You got to call multiple plays and get them set, and get them go. There's plenty of time. It's 2:45 left, and there's plenty of time.
7 yards.
2nd down and 3.
2nd down.
And got to protect the football. Nolan gives the ball to Thompson. Up the middle. He will not get the first down.
Thompson on the carry.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 1.
Pick up 2 yards. 3rd and 1.
Just trying to stretch. Good thing he did hold on the ball, but he is about a yard short. Prescott's got to get set, get going. 2:13 left.
3rd down and 1. Nolan will keep it. Looking for a hole. He gets the first down.
Nolan on the carry. And he picked up enough for Curleywood.
First
down.
down, Curleywood's at the 45-yard line. Exactly 2 minutes left in this game.
2 minutes to play.
Prescott's on the line ready to get started.
Prescott's trailing 21-20. Nolan gives the ball to Thompson around the right side. Looking for, he's got room. Catch it upfield. Gets down inside the 40.
Thompson on the carry.
Gain of about 6 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 4. 1:49 to
Not sure why
go.
they stopped the clock, but they did stop the clock.
Clock should still be running. Jacoby Nolan does not get anywhere. Does get it back on the ball.
Nolan on the keeper.
All right, you got him playing down. They need to call timeout. Clock running down. 1:30 left.
It's going to be a 3rd down,
3rd down.
and about 4. 1:25 now to go in the game. Nolan is going to keep it. He's going to be stopped in the backfield and bring up a 4th down.
Big loss on the play. 4th down.
Minus 3 yards there. Bring up a 4th down and 7.
Clock still running. It's down to 106, 105. 4th down and a long
Johnson
one.
goes in at quarterback. Prescott's
Johnson now the quarterback.
got to get set. Got to get ready to go. Under a minute to play.
It's a ball game right
Johnson
here.
looking for a receiver. He's going to roll out to his left. He's got time. He throws. And it's incomplete. Smackover.
Pass is incomplete.
Ball goes over on down, Jim. Smackover leading 21-20. Heck of a ball game.
Smackover will be able to run out the clock. We've got 44 seconds to go. All they've got to do is take a snap. They'll have a chance for 2 timeouts.
Prescott has 2 timeouts, but it's not going to do good on this one, Jim, unless they just fumble the ball, whatever. Jim, it's been a heck of a ball game. We expected it. We knew what this was going to be. It came down to it in the 4th quarter. Curly Wolves just could not run the ball. Smackover did well.
Smackover came out. They made adjustments at halftime. They came out, they outscored Prescott 14-0. They're going to call a timeout here so that they can make sure their players understand what's going to happen. Prescott's going to try to do anything they can to cause a turnover right here. This is what this is what it's all about when you've got a number 2 team against a number 4 team.
Jim, this is as good as you get. You're not going to see a game that's been as well played as this one with 2 top teams.
2 good defenses.
Well, Prescott scored 20 points in the first half and couldn't come out in the second half and answer the bell.
Could not get it in the end zone.
3 times within the 5-yard line and turn it over. You can't do that and win, Jim. It's just one of those things. It's just.
All right, first down and 10 Buckaroos on their own 42-yard line. 44 seconds to go. So we expect as soon as the ball is snapped and the play is called dead, they will call timeout. Prescott's trying to do all they can to cause a possible turnover here. Smackover has no more timeouts. Prescott has 2.
They're saying now Prescott's got 3, so they're coming back and checking it to see what's happened. But Prescott called a timeout earlier because the play clock was run out, so
right.
can't have but 2.
Try to cause a mishap on the snap or the fumble or whatever.
Got to try to get a turnover here. And they're going to remain in the shotgun, actually. Boone's going to take a knee. He will be another quick timeout.
5 second run. All right, that's break it up. Prescott has 1 timeout left. 3:37. It is second down.
41 seconds.
Yeah, the clock ran off a little extra. It's kind of academic, Jim. Unless Smackover fumbles the ball, Prescott's only got 1 more timeout. They can't stop the clock.
It's been a tested ball game all the way through. Prescott had gotten some momentum back when they got the turn. They got the interception down there. Had a chance to move the ball all the way back down the field, and then
got down to the
1-yard line.
Yeah, 3-yard line and fumbled on the 1 going into the end zone. We have not been able to hold the ball. And I don't know how many we had. Five fumbles in the first half, 1 turnover. I think we've had at least 3 fumbles in the second half.
And then Smackover came back 4 plays, 80 yards, and a touchdown, 1 minute off the clock.
They were on.
Second down and 10, 41 seconds to go here.
It's easy for me to sit up here and
And drop to a knee. Timeout called by Prescott, 38 seconds. And the only thing now is that Smackover will drop to a knee again after this play, and the clock should just expire.
Well, with 25-second clock, it depends on how quick they get it set. But,
True.
It'll be tough either way.
We want to thank our sponsors, Cofields, Nevada County Courthouse, and the Bank of Delight. Next week, Prescott will have their homecoming, I believe, against Genoa Central. So if you get the opportunity to come out and see the homecoming, we want to make sure we announce, I think the McRae High School is having their reunion tonight. The 1963, I believe it was, McRae class is here tonight.
And next week, Prescott's having their 1988 class reunion on homecoming.
If you don't get a chance to come to the games, make sure you watch it on swart.today. Prescott jumps off side, so that's going to cost you 5 yards. Not that matters.
I think it's just stalling outcome on this one, Jim.
Trying to anticipate the snap.
Having another conference between the referees. Like I said, I've never seen as many conferences to figure out what they're going to call.
Well, in some levels of sports, I don't know if it's in high school or not, but there's a clock runoff if you have a penalty.
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Not sure what that one was, Jim. It looked like an offside, and it's going to be a offsides on Prescott. I mean, unsportsmanlike on Prescott.
Okay. Well, I didn't know.
I don't think there's anybody. I'm not sure there's anybody up here in the booth can figure that one, Jim, because everybody's looking there going, "What was that? He was offsides."
Yeah, I didn't see anybody get hit.
Unless somebody said something, I don't know. You know, that one's a mystery.
Third down. Smackover will take the snap and drop to a knee. That'll bring up a fourth down. Ball is going to be placed. I don't think they're going to set the clock.
Referees are not even going to set the clock.
Inside the 25 seconds.
Referee's going to let this one run off, Jim.
That's going to be the ball game. Smackover Buckaroos will come away victorious tonight, 21-20 over the Prescott Curly Wolves. And they will take the lead in the conference. Prescott will fall to 5-1 and 2-1 in conference play. Now they've got their work cut out for them. They got to make sure they win the rest of their games and hope that maybe Camden Harmony Grove can defeat Smackover and Prescott beat Camden Harmony Grove and have a three-way tie.
You got to give it to Smackover. They came out second half and played ball, Jim.
I agree.
Prescott didn't come out second half and play as well as they did in the first half. You just got to give it to Smackover. They made adjustments. They made the correct adjustments, and they played ball.
We thank you for joining us tonight on SWARC.today. If you can't come out to the homecoming next week, we hope you'll join us on SWARC.today, as we'll see you next week here at Prescott.